and welcome to this weekend's live stream. After a full month away, we are back, and we're back with our usual live stream rota right the way through to the end of the year now. So, welcome to everyone. And we're starting out strong because I think this is the first time, maybe ever, at least that I can remember, that we are starting the live stream dead on 6 o'clock UK time. So, anybody that was betting on my lateness, I hope you're all corrected. We are back from holiday, and first live stream in, starting dead on 6 o'clock. So I'm very impressed with myself. I mean, let's be honest, that is the bare minimum I should be doing, but you know, I'm taking the win. Anyway, so very good to be back and to see you all again. So we'll just let the notifications go out so that people can join, and then we'll get into everything. Before we start, let me just do the housekeeping, see if I can actually remember what I'm supposed to say in these housekeeping bits. So, these live streams happen every other Saturday, 6 PM UK time, 7 PM European time, which is 10 AM West Coast time, 1 PM East Coast time, and about 5 in the morning if you're watching from Australia and New Zealand. As always, these live streams are completely free to join, to interact with, and to watch. There is never any charge for anything here on madaboutskin. And if you want to ask your question, all you need to do is drop it down in the comments section. I go through the comments in the order in which they come in. Just means everyone gets a fair chance of having their comment read and responded to. So you don't need to ask the comment twice or anything like that. Just drop it and I will get to it in order, and hopefully, yeah, I'll be able to answer as many questions as possible. We usually do about 2 hours on these live streams. Depends how many questions and comments we have, but we're aiming for about 2 hours. And I've got lots and lots to catch you guys up on. So we'll delve straight on in with everything. But I did just want to say, before we do get started, I just want to say a big thank you to Tom, who, as always, is our moderator here on these live streams. Now, he may not be able to join us today because he is looking after a family member, which obviously always takes precedent over everything else. So he might not be able to join us today. If he is able to dip in and say hello, hopefully everyone will send him lots and lots of love and best wishes, because I know he was desperate to be here, but unfortunately he isn't. So, kind of on our own today, and we'll make this work. We will make this work. So trolls, if there's any out there watching, cease and desist. Tom's allowed a week off. Cease and desist. But hopefully we'll still be able to have a fabulous live stream, and just a big thank you to everyone that's joined. So, I'm going to go through and do some hellos first, and then we'll get into questions. There's a lot to catch up. We'll do a little quick segment on like what we've missed out on in the last month, products, gossip, and all of that. And then we'll get into the questions. So, big hello to Pauline, to Angela, to Chris, to Sharon. Great to see you guys. To RKB. Great to see you, my love. To Scott. Wonderful to have you here. Scott. To Coffee Girl. Great to see you, my love. Sending lots of love to Tina. To Amanda. Great to see you both. To Silly Me. Love that name. Good afternoon to you, my love. To AM's Rose. Great to have you. To Miriam. Great to see you, my love. To Vanessa. To Amy. Amy's currently, I could just read her comment, Amy is currently sort of dying of shock that the live stream started on time. I know, Amy. Unprecedented times. Unprecedented times, that's all I can say. Fristerberg, great to see you, my love. To Trace, great to have you too, my love. B, great to see you. To Donna, to Jill, to Leslie, great to have you all here, and thank you so much for joining. As always, got a nice mixture of the OG crew, some new names, new faces, which we love, so thank you. Drop your questions, drop your comments, anything that you want to say, and I will obviously get round to it. But let's start out with a couple of what we've missed in the last month. So I've been away for the past month, got back yesterday. Had a wonderful holiday. Nice break, nice reset. You might not have noticed because I pre-filmed a lot of the content, and so there wasn't really any gaps in the content, but we did miss the live streams. You always know when I'm back from a holiday, because literally the second I get on that plane, I get the world's biggest zit. Here, somewhere here, courtesy of, it's here, isn't it? Yeah, that's actually quite painful. Not the best. Threw a little concealer, but we've all been there, haven't we? We decide concealer's going to be the answer to all our all our prayers, all our hopes. It is not. It just ends up making it look like a matte Mount Vesuvius. That's currently what we're vibing with here, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to battle through that. So you always know when I've come back from a holiday, because I always have this massive zit going, and that will be lurking around for about 2 weeks. So we have that to look forward to. While I was off, we had some stuff going on. So while we were off, what happened in terms of everything going on in the skincare world? So first and foremost, The Ordinary launched a new eye cream. Well, I got sent it. They are launching it on Wednesday. Wednesday. I need to check that. 26th, whatever date the 26th is. Anyway, it came. Honestly, tried it twice now. Very, very excited for this one, because their previous eye serum, which was their caffeine one, not great. This is a lacto-fermented PDRN eye bag cream. Basically, lifting, firming, depuffing. Actually genuinely works. They promise results in 20 minutes. Genuinely works. I mean, it's not the same as a facelift, but it genuinely works. And I kind of like this. I don't know if this is the actual packaging it's coming in, or whether this is the PR packaging it's coming in. I don't know, because they sent me this, so I genuinely don't know. But it is, yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. Oh, it does say embargoed until, oh, we're all right. I should have probably read that first, shouldn't I? Anyway, doesn't matter. Too late now. So yes, this is the new Ordinary eye cream, which I think is kind of cute. Yeah, I hope this is the actual packaging. I'm assuming it's not. This is the part. Anyway, very, very impressed so far. I'm going to give it a couple more goes, and I'll share my thoughts in a video on that. We also had some new launches. I've tried so much Korean skincare. The amount of PR stuff that came through the door when I was on holiday is actually ridiculous, and I'm not going to get through it all. It is. This desk is. You probably see some of it here. This desk is overwhelmingly ridiculous, so I am wading my way through it. But what I thought I would do, just to anyone that's watching, what I would do, let me just have a look and check that things are set up, is I thought, now we're getting back into the swing of things. I want to say a big thank you to the madaboutskin team that did everything while I was away, all the packing of the orders, all the customer service and everything. They were absolutely fantastic. Very, very much appreciate them for doing that. So yeah, if you wanted to, we did, before I left, we did a sale, capital letters, summer. SUMMER, all one word, all capital letters, as a discount code to get 30% off anything on the Madaboutskin website, www.madaboutskincare.com. It got 30% off any of the single products on there as our summer, pre-summer saving. Well, summer's coming to an end, and we thought, well, I'll just reactivate this for that live stream in case anyone missed out on that one. So if you did want to take advantage of anything, if you use the code SUMMER, all one word, all capital letters, SUMMER, that will get you 30% off any single items. Works on everything basically other than the bundles. Yeah, 30% off everything. And I have so much PR here. We have some Dr. Sam going on, which is great. I've got duplicates of all of that. We've got some Dr. Malaxin, we've got some SVR, we've got some Korean skincare, we've got some self-care. What is this one? Yeah, fancy Neom luxury dry body oil. We've got Beauty of Jokes. There is so much stuff here, so much stuff. If anybody wants a free PR gift with their order, just place your order. Obviously use the code SUMMER, all capital letters, all one word, for your 30% off. And then just go on to the contact us section of the website. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's all set up. So if you go to the contact us section of the website, www.madaboutskincare.com, just put your order number in the email and just say, please, can I have a PR gift? The team will make sure that you get something. We've got some makeup, we've got some skincare, body care, self-care, all sorts of stuff going on. We've got some Medicate going on. Everything. So if you wanted a free PR gift with your order, just email the team using the contact us section of the website and say, please, can I have a free gift? If you've got any preferences for anything that you'd like, body care over self-care, if you want some makeup, stuff like that, state if you've got any preferences, and we'll do our best to accommodate it. But yes, just place your order, get your 30% off. That'll just be for today while this live stream is on, and you can then get your free gift. You can get your free gift yeah, you get your free gift by emailing in. So there you go. Hopefully that'll help clear the text. There was so much stuff here. So much. Not complaining. It's a very blessed position to be in. Oh, we've got the ordinary here. What are even of these? We've got some hair care. There is a lot of stuff. So yes, help me avoid waste and clear my desk. If you place an order, you can choose whatever you want. It's all good. Right, then we've got the skincare gossip keeps flowing. So let me know your thoughts on any of these. I'm going to do a video on it all, but we've had a quiet period in skincare for the longest, like, for a long time. We've had a quiet period in skincare. And then basically everything is kicked off. And it just seems that brands are unable to help themselves when it comes to the scandals and the dramas. So, things that have gone on while I've been away. So, we had the Naturium. That was kind of bubbling under. That kind of doubled down. So, the Naturium issues was related to Susan Yara, who doesn't even... So, she is still the spokesperson and I believe the CEO or president of... Anyway, she's still heavily involved, but she doesn't own the brand anymore. She sold it. Got into a lot of hot water prior to my holiday. Got in a lot of hot water because she went to... Well, people first called her out because she went to Israel on holiday and took the geolocator off so no one knew where she was, which she obviously was trying to cover that, and then but did some posts on the beach, and everyone obviously had their thoughts on that. What I think really made the difference though is she did a lot of promotional work, a lot of PR kind of work for her new brand Player, which is like a hair care thing, on a beach that was very, 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 very close, geo-close to the Gaza Strip, which obviously is having a humanitarian crisis at the moment, and she's on the beach going like, yeah, get your beach vibes, my brand's amazing, get your beach vibes in, and everyone's like, couldn't have thought of any other beach to do that on. Like, what are we doing? No. So she obviously got called out because whatever your thoughts on her going on holiday wherever she wants, whatever your thoughts are on that, I think doing publicity and being like, get your beach scents going for summer next to a humanitarian disaster, there's a choice. I mean, there are millions of it. The beach wasn't even nice. I've seen the pictures. The beach wasn't even that nice. I was like, you know what? I have seen nicer beaches in like Bridlington in the UK. She could have come to Bridlington or Scarborough. There's not a humanitarian crisis going on in Scarborough. She could have done it there. Just, do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even a nice beach. Not great. We all make choices in life. That was a choice. So there's a lot of backlash around that, boycott stuff around that. She doubled down on it with an Instagram post, like the day after. Everything kicked off and people were like, this is just not okay. It's just not okay to do your PR next to where people don't even have enough food or shelter and you're like selling your hair care products. Anyway, not great. She got a lot of backlash, and the next day she did like a get ready with me, like a quick reel on Instagram. It was just like, she said, and I'm just going to put my highlight. I'm already done, but I just thought pop on here to say hi to everyone, and I'm just going to pop on my highlight as last step. She's like, this is my favourite shade. It's called Unbothered. She loved it on. She was like, mood of the day, and then everyone's like, oh no, love. Oh no. Like, whether you care or not, like, clearly, if I was Naturium, I would run as far as humanly possible away. Like, I just would. I think at this point, problematic is always going to be problematic. Run. Anyway, so there's that. She doesn't even own the brand anymore, but she's still very heavily involved. And the face of it, Naturium. I think Elf own them now. I'm sure there's some backroom meetings going like, how do we get rid? So yeah, shade of the month, Unbothered. Great. We also have the Allies of Skin, which is one of my favourite brands. Like, actually, Jake, I've got some stuff here. Allies of Skin, one of my favourite brands. They're going through it at the moment with some issues surrounding their founder basically left. He created it. He's been the head of it. He then sold the brand, and basically the investors said to him, my understanding of things didn't like some of his political views. The brand partnered with for the Met Gala. So basically the Met Gala happened, and the brand partnered with Lauren Sanchez Bezos, Jeff Bezos' wife, to do her like makeup and skincare for the Met Gala. And I believe the founder of Allies of Skin basically did a post, which I think got deleted, but anyway, did a post saying, I don't want my brand associated with that pond scum, and they didn't really like that. So basically, then made himself quite outspoken around the brand going to certain countries and things like that. Anyway, they said, yeah, you're either on board or you're off, and he's resigned from the brand, which I think is a real shame because I always think it's a shame when the brand founder, who has been so instrumental in the brand, suddenly has zero say and is now removed. And is it going to be the same brand? I don't know. I mean, the products are still the same. But I look for the new launches because I think he was really the driving force behind the innovation and the good quality launches in the brand, and I'm worried that without him, the new product launches just aren't going to be as good. They're not going to be as innovative. I don't know. I might stand corrected. I will tell you. But anyway, the LIVESTREAM board said we are a non-political brand. We don't want anything political to be said, and so we are. Yeah, we want to distance ourselves from him, and off he goes. So that's a shame. I've met him a couple of times. Genuinely one of the nicest people. Very passionate about his brand. I think that's a real shame. So yeah, there was that going on, which, like I say, so let me know your thoughts on either of those. Let me know your thoughts on those. There just seems to be a lot of stuff going on. The ink list is in hot water. That's the other thing. Their oat cleansing balm, which they announced as back. So it says new and improved, better than ever, back, new and improved, whatever. Went back to the original formula but said it's improved, and everyone's now complaining they're having the same problems with it. Grainy, separates after 2 weeks, and just splits. It's not stabilized. They're having problems with the product, and the Inkalista basically come back and said no, nothing wrong with it. But clearly, if hundreds of people are saying it, clearly there is something wrong with it. I personally like the product. I loved it. It's the original formulation, which they said it improved and tweaked, but clearly it's got the same issues that the original one does. If you keep it in the fridge, to be fair, if you keep it in the fridge, it doesn't have the problem of the separation and the graininess. Which is what I do because I do like the product, but I also think it shouldn't have to do that. They should have just created the stability so you don't have to do that. I don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of that. There's lots of other stuff going on, but that's the main stuff. What stuff? I've tried out a lot of creams. Oh gosh, I tell you what did arrive when I was out. Too big to show here. The Stylevana advent calendar got sent to me while I was away. It's shocking. We're not even in September yet. But anyway, they're getting ahead of things. So the Stylevana advent calendar. So let me know if you'd like a reveal, a first look, or anything of that. I would be happy to share that if you thought that would be useful. So the Stylevana advent calendar came out. I've tried so much Korean. I've ordered so much Korean skincare, which I'm going to try for you guys. My favourite kind of Korean skincare at the brand at the moment is this. This is Frankly. They're a new Korean skincare brand. But they are... I love it. This is their closer serum. It's great, pore reducing serum. Really love that. I'm also trying this, which I've seen all over TikTok. This is the Ingredients Skin Barrier Calming Lotion, which has panthenol, multiple different peptides, centella, calming, soothing, moisture locking. Gonna give that a go. So we're trying a lot of stuff. So let me know if there's any new launches, because a lot of brands are doing their new launches for what we call Q4, so the big sales season. So let me know if anybody would like a rundown of new products, or want me to try any new products, and I would quite happily do that. I was just going to say the last thing is if anybody wants an update on my brand and the stuff coming down the line, because I've got some good updates on that, just let me know and I will be quite happy to do that. So we're going to get into the comments section. We're going to talk about everything, but yeah, let me know about any of that drama, sagas, call it what you want, let me know. And if you like I say, I'm just going to call out people that have already ordered to take advantage of their free PR, which I'll choose you. So I will choose you guys something nice, do not worry. Let me know if you did want to get a free PR item from, just help me minimize waste, help me give back to you guys. You can try something new. Just place an order, www.madaboutskin.com, use the code SUMMER, all capital letters, and that'll get you 30% off, and then you can do anything. I'll choose your free product to go in. All you need to do is just email into our customer service team using the contact us section of the website, give your order number, say, I'd like a freebie, and I'll choose you something nice. So big thank you to Krista. Krista, we love you. She put a note on the order, making my life easy. Free PR gift. We love that. Keep it simple. We like that, Krista. Thank you so much for your order. Aileen, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Oh, Aileen. Now, this is also, which I love. Aileen has been a fantastic supporter of the channel since beginning, I think. And I love this. Put a note on, say free PR gift, and stated what we want from what I've called out already. Makes life very easy. Aileen, yes. The Dr. Sam. Yes, Aileen, let me know. Do you want I've got the vitamin C from Dr. Sam. I've got doubles of all of this. I've got the Dr. Sam Flawless Nightly and the vitamin C NAD. Which do you want? You can have either. Let me know which one would you actually prefer. Let me know and I can do that. Jill, thank you so much for your order. Tina, thank you so much for yours too. Anita, thank you for yours. And Angela, thank you so much for yours too. And again, if you do want your PR gift, just message in. I can see Tina, you already have. Anita, you already have 2 as well. So yeah, if you guys would like your free PR gift, just message in using the contact us section of the website and I will choose you something lovely. Right, let's get into some of these comments. Polly said, ready and waiting, really missed the lives, hope you had a great holiday. I did, I had a lovely holiday. It was just nice to spend time away with family, with the kids, it was just really chill. It was just really nice, really chill, and I've kind of come back invigorated. Like, I've come back with so much that I want to do, so many filming ideas. I think I just got very much in a rut, like every day was the same. So having that break just was the best idea ever, because now I feel like I can sort of come back and tackle everything and just, yeah, just it just feels, I feel refreshed. So yes, had a wonderful holiday, which I really love. I did, because I thought my skin's been really dry since I came back. I think it's just different temperatures, different food, different water, just lots of different things. Anyway, so I have been a little bit dry, because I used a thick moisturizer today that I got actually sent in PR. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it's this one. I didn't even check the price, so I have no idea what it's called. Sweet Chemistry Elasticity Reinforcing Lipid Cream. Now, I know this is going to be expensive, because this is such a nice formula. It's like, I know this is going to be expensive. Let me Google it. So let's have a look. Sweet Chemistry Lipid Cream. Let's have a look. Please don't be really expensive, because I really... Yeah, okay. Okay. So I did use this because they were sent. I was like, oh, okay. And it has one of the best, like, one of the nicest ingredients list I've ever found on a moisturizer, which I love. Very thick. I think it's too thick for now because it's still quite hot, but this, like, for winter, actual dream. Like, actual dream. And the price of it, $125. That's about £99. Yes, it's a lot for a moisturizer, but I'm going to be using that also all winter, because it does feel so good on the skin. I think it's a bit thick. Like, you know, when you feel like your skin's struggling to sweat through something, I think it's a bit thick for the heat that we've got in the UK right now, but it's fine. We will work through it. I will work through it. That's it. Right, let's see. So Angela says, eagerly waiting, missed you, hope you had a relaxing holiday. I did, Angela. I had a lovely holiday. It was really nice. There was, it's just nice to have family that'll help out with the kids. I mean, my kids are easy. Like, as far as kids go, they are really easy. They're low maintenance. They play really well. They're just easy kids. But it's still like, you still have to, care for them and keep them alive. Like, it's a full-time job. So it's nice when family are there and then can step in and just give you a little bit of a break, which is kind of nice, and I did really appreciate that. And so that was really, really nice. It's also just nice to see kids, like, develop as well. I think I was just thinking, like, when it came back, we went to the park this morning. I looked at the boys and was like, oh my god, you've all, like, grown so much in 5 weeks. Like, none of the school uniform is going to fit. That's the drama for like, next week. None of the school uniform is going to fit. But I was like, wow, you've all grown. And it's also, like, just so much more advanced. Like, just in terms of, like, you can see the development. I think sometimes, like, even though it's a long time to be off school, I think sometimes having that, like, one-on-one adult attention and different environment and family to be around, like, really brings and develops kids on. So I've noticed a difference, which I guess obviously it's a good thing. So I think just for that it was worth it. So yeah, it was a lovely holiday. I tell you what, the biggest crime of going on holidays, I came back, did the shop because I had nothing in, didn't have my favourite tea bags. I'm a big fan of Betty's tea. Taylor's of Harrogate, Betty's tea. I need to be sponsored by them at this point. Stunning tea. I could only get PG tips, so I'm sat here slumming it. Do you know what I mean? Like, drinking this tea, let's have a go. I mean, it's first world problems. It's a perfectly adequate cup of tea, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So that's the biggest, like, drama of coming home. I have not got my favourite tea. Krista says, it's been too long. Anyone think Rob might actually be on time today? All you doubters, all you doubters, bang on time. Like, yeah. I won't hear of it. I don't want anyone complaining that I'm not on time. On time. Big hello to Sharon. I hope all is wonderful with you. Chris says, yeah, I can't believe it's been a month. I can't believe it's been a month. Like, literally, it has flown by so quickly. Angela says, I think it'll be 6 minutes late. Angela, I'll wait for my apology. I mean, normally to be fair, 6 minutes is a good guess. Like, that is a good guess. I would normally be about 6 minutes late. So RKB says, madaboutskin dark spot serum before or after Tret? Before. I always put Tret, I mean, with layering, I would say in skincare, with layering, don't stress it too much because honestly it really doesn't matter. Like, when it comes to layering your skincare, you can pretty much do it in any order. The only thing I would say to pay attention to is make sure your oils go last in the routine, because oil can provide a barrier, which means all the serums can't get through it. So other than your oils, which go last, everything else, you can kind of do it in any order. It really doesn't matter. I just think as a general rule, I put my tretinoin on last, because I feel that everything you put on before tretinoin will provide a little bit of a barrier, so you'll get slightly less sensitivity and irritation. That's how, in my head, I think of it anyway. Is that true? I don't know. In my mind, that's how I see it. So I would say yes to using the madaboutskin dark spot serum before tretinoin. Also, just as a side note, while I was away, I mean, sales went mad. Thank you so much. And August is normally our quietest month. Sales went through the roof. It's been absolutely crazy. So again, a big thank you to the team that kept everything sorted while I was away. Big thank you. Thank you to everyone that's ordered. The dual action dark spot serum is now our bestseller. It has overtaken the peptide, which has honestly always been our bestseller. This is now the bestseller. I don't know what, but something has taken off with that and it's gone mad. I'm not complaining, very blessed, but yeah, it's gone absolutely mad. So anyone that has bought it, thank you so much. Krista says, is your Tret a cream? Then wouldn't it be before because it's more lightweight? Yes, before. Again, a lot of people say use serums first, then creams, then oils. That is the general rule. It doesn't matter as much as people think, but that is the general rule I would work in. So tretinoin comes in 2 forms. Have I got both forms here? Oh yes, I have. I've come prepared. Cream and gel. So I would say to anybody that is wondering what's right for them, I would recommend using gel if you have an oily skin type. Everyone else should use a cream. In summer, if you want something more lightweight, you can go for the gel. Tretinoin gel always has drying alcohol as one of the key ingredients in the base. So this one, for example, is tretinoin, denatured alcohol, methylparaben, that stabilizers, and a gel base. So basically, you've got drying alcohol in this, which if you've got acne-prone skin, not a problem. But for everyone else, it might be problematic. The cream has... the cream has a lot more hydrating ingredients. So, as a general rule for tretinoin, I would go for cream. If you've got very oily skin, the gel might work better. You could also go for tazarotene. That's something else, like a lot here. I went mad because when I go abroad, in the UK, prescription, abroad, over the counter. So, did kind of go mad and bought some new bits while I was away. Let's have a look. Scott says, so glad the live stream. It's been a while. Good to see you all. Thank you, Scott. Been good to see you too. And it's a super busy live stream, which is really good. It's just nice to get back in it. This is that we're going to do every other week now, right the way through till, I won't say the word because it'll freak people out. I won't say the word. To the end of the year, which is kind of exciting. Chris says, it's a great question though, because I was watching one dermatologist and he said actives on first, onto clean dry skin. Okay. This I think goes to prove when it comes to skincare, there really is no right and wrong, right? Wear your sunscreen. That's like the one non-negotiable. Everything else, do what works for you. So there are a couple of things I would say when it comes to layering. I've heard some dermatologists say, cleanse your skin, then put all your actives on, then follow it on with your nice to haves. The theory behind that is you want your actives closest to the skin, so they're going to be more active, you're going to get more bang for your buck, you're going to get greater results. I've heard other people say put your actives on last, because then you'll get less sensitivity and irritation. Some people say mix and magic. My general view, do what works for you. None of it matters. None of it really matters. You know, okay, if you put your actives on first, you might get 2% greater results. Some people might want that 2%. Personally, I couldn't care. That's all in the rounding. It's not going to make a big difference. Other people would use it later because they want to get slightly less irritation. You might get 3% less irritation. Again, it's all in the rounding. I would always say use what works for you. Do it in a way that feels good. I would also encourage people, because what I think dermatologists miss, and this isn't a criticism, it's just an observation coming from someone who isn't a dermatologist. I think what dermatologists miss is they will talk about products that are good in the clinical sense. So they will pick up a product and say, for example, tretinoin. Tretinoin is fantastic. It's great for anti-aging. It's a miracle worker. What they don't say is how it applies on the skin. That different forms, like this tretinoin is different to this tretinoin, and that this might feel better than this one. You don't get that application information. And so where I think like the skincare community, content creators, online creators really come into it is saying, yes, so vitamin C is fantastic. Yeah, vitamin C is great. However, I think this vitamin C might apply better than this vitamin C. It felt better on the skin. It layered better. Talking about textures and about things like that. So I think sometimes when I hear a dermatologist say, use your actives first, great advice. But does that work for you? Or actually, does it feel better on your skin to use things in a different order? Because I think feel matters. You want to finish your skincare routine and for your skin to feel good, right? I put that moisturizer on that I spoke about earlier just now. My skin feels weighed down. It feels like it can't breathe. That's a great moisturizer, but that's my winter moisturizer. It doesn't feel good in summer. And so feel is really important. And that's one thing I guess I want to get across to everybody is listen to dermatologists. I get so much from dermatologists online. Listen to content creators. You can get so much, but kind of take both aspects of. I listen to dermatologists based on what is going to work, how actives work, get my medical information. And then I'll often go to a content creator, skincare content creator, to find out what's the best fit. I've decided I want to use vitamin C. Okay, let's see which is the nicest feel, which is the nicest texture, which is the cheapest, those sort of things. Does that make sense? So I think, Krista, I would say, when it comes to how you apply your actives, personally, I don't think it matters. I would say do what works for you. If it feels better to apply your actives first, then finish with the others, do it. If it feels better the other way around, do it. I think the small wins you will get aren't going to be enough to worry enough about it, in my view. That's just my take, though. Coffee Girl says, is there an ETA in the return of the antioxidant cream? Yes. Does anyone have any recommendations for alternatives? I always say the only thing, so the ETA is it should be back imminently. I need to go to the warehouse. We need to just test some bits out to make sure everything's fine. I'm a bit of a control freak. I like to quality test everything before. I need to do that, and then we should be able to put it on sale, so it won't be long. However, in the meantime, the only thing that is even close in performance is the Neo Survival Zero. That would be a very close like for like. It's slightly more expensive, but it has a similar blend of antioxidants in there. So the Neo Survival Zero is the closest thing, I would say, though it is slightly more expensive. Scott says, yeah, if you need an alternative, Neo Survival Zero is great. Yeah, I would fully go with that. Let's have a look. Scott said, I hope the restock on madaboutskin antioxidant cream happens soon. I am confident it will be within a week. We are working on it. I just need to put my mind at rest. I could stick it on sale now, but I haven't done my check, and I don't want. I'm just a bit of a control freak. I want to make sure everything's perfect. Things that we do have that I should just call out in terms of things going on. So the madaboutskin sunscreen. So our SPF sold like literally August. I guess August is sunscreen month. I shouldn't be surprised. It flew, like disappeared. Our stock was stripped in a month. So we are still accepting orders of it because the new batch will be coming in 1 week's time. So if you wanted to order the sunscreen for immediate dispatch in a week's time, you can order it now. It's still on sale. It will be dispatched in a week's time. So if you did want to get your hands on the sunscreen, you can order it now and it'll be dispatched in a week's time. And that batch has a shelf life of 3 years, an expiry date of 3 years. So you can stock up. This is going to be the freshest batch. It was literally manufactured like last week. So yes, if you wanted to get your hands on that, you absolutely can. It's still on sale. We will have the stock next week. It's already been quality controlled, so it's all good. It's ready to go, so it'll be dispatched within a week. Let's see. Angela says, I used to watch way too many dermatologists, always pushing CeraVe. Yeah. Again, I think it's worth, noting that sponsorship talks, right? Is there anything wrong with CeraVe? They're not cruelty free. I think that's a problem. But performance speaking, is there anything wrong with CeraVe? No. Is it the best out there? I don't think so. But the reason that dermatologists recommend it so much is because they have a commercial relationship with CeraVe as part of their dermatology practice. CeraVe are owned by a big multinational corporation and they sponsor people. I'm not saying if a dermatologist online says includes CeraVe in his favourite moisturisers video, it doesn't mean they're necessarily sponsored that video, but they have a commercial relationship with them. And I think what I would like to see, though, I don't think it's ever going to happen, is at the moment, if you're sponsored, you have to declare it in a video. So I don't do sponsorships, but say I did, and Medicate paid me to say I love, to include one of their products in a video, and I did that video and said I love Medicate. I would have to declare in that video that it was sponsored, and I would have to do a lot of I would have to do a lot of disclaimers to make sure people were aware that I was talking in a sponsor capacity. But say Medicate, have paid me various bits over the years, and I have a financial relationship with them, and they give me a retainer at Christmas, and they do this. There's a financial relationship. They might not be sponsoring that video, but I still think I would have to declare it. People should declare it in that video because you still have a commercial relationship that I think is going to cloud your judgment when it comes to a brand. That's my take, and I think dermatologists and content creators should have to say in every video, irrespective of whether it is sponsored or not, they should have to say this: I have a commercial relationship with this brand. This video isn't sponsored, but I have a commercial relationship with this brand. That should be it's not a legal requirement, so nobody does it. But that's it. Anyway, I don't do sponsorships, so I don't have to worry about it. But still, you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Tina says guessing 7 minutes late. Tina, I'm way behind with the comments, but I wasn't 7 minutes late. On time, but still behind. Scott says, yeah, way too much CeraVe pushing. Yeah, and also it's kind of fallen off now. Nobody's talking about CeraVe. They were never that great a brand. They were fine. There was nothing wrong with CeraVe formulas if you just want better. Well, there's too much niacinamide in them and they're not cruelty free. That's two problems. But generally speaking, fine. It's just they were just overhyped for what they were. Let's have a look. Andrew says, hello from OK Weather UK. Yeah, it's been a bit online. It's actually been quite sunny today. It's been quite sunny in the UK, but not as hot as where I have been. Let's see. Let's have a look. Amanda says, I go 5 minutes late today. Nobody had faith that I was going to be on time. No, but well, one person did. To be fair. Scott said, you had a great vacation. I did. It was just nice. It was just nice to relax. It was just so lovely. Silly me, good afternoon. Hope all is wonderful with you. Ames Rose says, hello, madaboutskin crew. I'm from New Jersey here, sending you all the love and hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Scott said, thoughts on the Allies sunscreen recall? Oh, yes. Let's talk about that. So Allies of Skin, we've already touched on some of the issues that we have around Allies of Skin and their issues surrounding the founder being basically removed from the position, which I think is a real shame. I don't think it's going to be the same brand without him. I think it's a real shame. They did also have running concurrently a sunscreen recall. It was only a specific batch of the sunscreen that was recalled around. They couldn't guarantee that the SPF, that it was stable enough to be providing that SPF that they stated. So there's a couple of things I would say about this. I think some people online I've seen are desperately trying to make a drama out of it, missing the bigger picture. But they could have done it better. But I also think the brand could have done it better. So I'm between the two camps. I think when you have a belief that a sunscreen you can't guarantee the sunscreen, you do a recall. They did a recall. They were upfront about it, not what the issue was. They did what they were required to do as a business. So from that perspective, there's no drama. I do think they could have made it easier to get your refund, because I think when a brand has to recall a product, I think they should make it as easy as possible for people to get refunds. Now, in an ideal world, they would have a full list of everybody that bought that batch and would then be able to issue the refund without them even having to contact. That would be the dream scenario. It's never going to happen. Brands just here in the UK, GDPR, which is our data protection legislation, doesn't actually allow you to collect all that information to make that possible. So I doubt in the US, which is where the recall is happening, I doubt they would actually be able to do that, even if they wanted to. So that would be the dream scenario, but I don't think it's actually possible to do it. I do think they could have made it slightly easier to make a claim on the refund. I also think they could have been slightly more proactive. Like, they took the sunscreen from sale while they looked into it. I think it would have been better for them to have made people aware of what they were doing early on, so that people could have chosen to use a different sunscreen if they wanted to. In the meantime, they didn't want to say our sunscreen is a problem because they didn't know it was at that time, but they could have made people aware so that people could have made a choice for their skin to maybe, use a different one in the meantime. I think that would have been better. So have they handled it well? No. Is it a massive scandal? Also no. I would probably say I would give it, in terms of their response, a 5 out of 10. Could have done some things a lot better, but they did do what they were legally required to do as a business. So kind of, does it put me off using the sunscreen? Yes, absolutely. I think it would. Yeah, I just think, yeah, that's not it. But it is what it is. I think it would have been better if they would have also declared what I've seen some people ask, saying, well, they should have been honest about what the SPF tested at. As I understand it, it's not that easy because it's a case of it not remaining stable enough in the packaging in that particular batch to guarantee. So it's not like they tested it and said, we tested it and it came out as an SPF 47, not an SPF 50, for example. It depends on how long you've had it, how you've stored it. You can't really give a figure to say when you're putting that on your skin, you're actually getting SPF 30, not SPF 50. So I think a lot of people have wanted them to come out and say, it actually tested as an SPF whatever. They can't do that because that's not what the problem is. Again, I think a lot of people would like that. I think that would be useful, but in this case, they can't do that. So I don't think that would be possible. It's a shame. I think it's a shame. And I do think they could have been more proactive and they could have made it easier for people to get refunds. That would be my critique of it. I think it's a shame. I do think it's a shame. But I'd love to know what thoughts people have on that. I do think it's difficult. I also struggle to know how it happened, because as somebody that creates sunscreen, so my latest sunscreen batch just came back from production. It gets tested. Each batch gets tested. So I guess I'm not sure how that happened. Not every batch, because you're sticking to the, so the way that most brands do their sunscreen, just a bit of background, the way that most brands do their sunscreen manufacturing is, so you will manufacture a batch, you will then test it in an independent lab to make sure that you're getting the SPF, to make your claims, all of that. If you're a good brand, you would do it in multiple independent labs. We did it in two different locations, because there's a lot of variation comes from these results. They don't both come back as an SPF 55. You'll come back with a range, and different labs will have different figures. So you test generally in multiple independent labs, and that will give you the sunscreen factor. When you manufacture, so you don't have to go through all of that again, because you're using the exact same formula created in the exact same lab by the exact same team, so it should be safe. But most brands will do another test, just one. You don't need to do two independent, it will just do another test to make sure that everything's kind of good, and then it will go and say. So I don't know what happened in that test that meant that it went on sale without it following through. I don't know. So I don't know the ins and outs of that, but Scott says, it's a record. I know. Do you know what I am? I am so far behind with these comments. I am going to try and catch it up, because I think these are still from before the live, so I do need to catch it up. But yes, Tom, Scott, it is a record. And I'm sad that Tom isn't here to see it. Because he would not believe it if he didn't see it with his own eyes. Miriam, great to see you, my love. Vanessa said, Rob, you're almost German now. I know. It's the European vibes, Vanessa. It's the European vibes. Been in Europe for the past month. It's paying off. It's paying off. Amy says, wow. Rob's already here. Wow. Amy, do you need to go have a lie down, Amy? Do you need to go have a lie down in a darkened room to recover from it? Regroup. I wouldn't blame you if you did. Krista was the only person that had faith in me. Krista, Love you. Anne says, oh wow, on time. I know, I think people are genuinely shocked. Fristerberg says, hello everyone, I'm so excited for the live stream. I hope you had a great vacation, Rob. I did, Fristerberg, thank you so much. Tracy says, I hope your family had an amazing holiday and your staff enjoyed their time off. Yeah, they had a cheeky week off. Early in August. And do you know what? It was the perfect week because none of the team actually went, that I'm aware of, actually went away. They took their free week off and stayed in the UK because we were having a heat wave. So actually, like, it was like perfect staycation weather. So I think, as far as I'm aware, I think everyone stayed in the UK. Which, you know, when you've got weather like we've had, like, you don't need to go anywhere else. I actually went away. So I was in Gibraltar for my holidays, and I went away to cool off. It was hotter here in the UK. Ridiculous, like unheard of, but it was. RKB sending all the love to Philadelphia. As I told you, holiday was wonderful. It was just nice to recharge. It was just really nice to recharge. B said, it's Becky from New York. How are you, Becky? We love you. Amy says, Rob, we need an update on all the skincare scandals. Hopefully I've covered them off. If there are any other ones you would like, let me know if I've missed any or you want to cover. The only other thing, we had the Anua azelaic acid scandal where basically their azelaic acid wasn't actually, in my view, proper azelaic acid because it was neutralised in their formula. Not sure that's great, but anyway. Doctorly came on and said, this is fantastic. I love the guys over at Doctorly. Dr. Maxiel, Dr. Shah, love them. They came on and said, actually, I think this might work better. It's fantastic. And then on the back of that, everyone came out and said, yeah, but you're doing a partnership with Anua right now. Should have declared that in your video, which I agree they should have. Do I think it necessarily invalidates their points in that video? No, I don't. I appreciated their professional judgment and perspective on that. Should they have declared that they would in an active partnership with Anua? Yes. Yes, because I think that does materially impact how you would talk about something, I think. I don't know. So I think they should probably have declared that. But I don't think it invalidates. That's a question I got a lot while I was away was, does that invalidate what they were saying in that video? I personally don't think it does. I still think it's a perspective. I disagree. But it doesn't mean that it's an invalid perspective. But I do think being upfront about any commercial relationships you have with brands, I think it just helps. It just clears it. It just takes away the risk of you being accused of something. Do you know what I mean? So that was the other thing that I got asked a lot about. So that's scandal sort of just bubbling under. Is that a newer thing? Do I think they'll continue as a brand? Yeah, Anua will be fine. They'll be fine. But I think that azelaic acid, I think there's better. I have actually, I use my own azelaic acid on the morning, 10%, and then on an evening I use 20%. This is scaring. Nearly done on this one, as my evening azelaic acid. Jill, great to see you, my love. Leslie, wonderful to see you. Hope all is wonderful. Amy says, yes, Tom has deputies, so everyone behave. Amy currently has the crown badge, so you all better behave. That's all I'm saying, or Amy will be on it. Fristerberg says, madaboutskin update. Yes, I could do a madaboutskin update. That would be fine. So, what we have got... where are we at with things? Right. First up, we have the... cleansing emulsion. Calling it cleansing emulsion because it's an emulsion to oil cleanser. It's an oil cleanser, but it's in emulsion form, so it's easy to apply. That should be coming out. We put the order in. It should be coming out in the next month or so. Watch this space. Very excited about that. Perfect for the winter. So it's the right timing to be doing that. Very, very, very excited for that. So that is imminent, which is very, very exciting. We have the restock of the peptides. We are finding it impossible to keep those peptides in stock. We now have the peptides in stock, and they are staying in stock. We have thousands of units, though they are selling out quicker than we can replenish. But they are still selling really, really well. But we have a lot of stock. Sunscreen is for sale, but will be dispatched in the next week because we're waiting for our latest batch. So if you want a super, super fresh batch of the sunscreen, now is the time to order. We will also be doing the 200s on that as well, which is quite exciting. So we'll be doing the 200s. What else have we got? What I know is going to be, like, I don't want to jinx it, touch wood, what I think is going to be our best seller. We have the advanced copper peptides. So copper peptides and biocompatible growth factors. That will be coming in the autumn. I'm very excited. I put the tote bags on order. We have a new bespoke tote bag. We always do tote bags with our big launches. There is a new tote coming with it. I also want to do the giveaway. We normally do giveaways, and what I actually want to do is do a tea giveaway for my favourite tea brand, Betty's. This isn't it, but I'll take a sip while I'm talking about it. You guys asked for it. We're going to do a tea giveaway. So I did reach out to them and said, look, what's your price for a bulk order? Can you do a discount if by a bulk order? So it's not a giveaway, it's like we can give a free box with anyone that asks for it rather than having it. And they came back with a really good price, which is fantastic. So we're going to be doing our tote with every order. We're going to do a big live stream to celebrate that later on this year. We're going to do a tote with it, and for people that live in the four corners of the world that can't get their hands on my favourite tea brand, they will be doing a beautiful tea thing that will be given away with it. So something a bit different, just because I think, we sit on these live streams, talk about tea all the time, and you guys can experience it. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. That's the plan. Anyway, that's the plan for later this year. Very, very excited. And the cleansing cloths are back in stock. People, I cannot believe how mad people have gone for cleansing cloths. Like, literally 5,000 sold in 6 weeks. How ridiculous. Blessed, but ridiculous. They're now back in stock. So if you want the cleansing cloths, they are back in stock. And yeah, I love them. Everyone seems to love them, and it makes me so happy because they were made bespoke for us. So it wasn't like a buy it from Alibaba and changed the logo on it or anything. They're made for us, and they are bespoke. So it makes me very happy that everyone's loving them. But yeah. And who knew that people craved cleansing cloths that much? But they are back in stock. B says, how is the weather in Europe? I'm flying to Germany. So I think the weather in Europe has mellowed a little bit. It's a bit peaky. It's dry, very dry. Like, there is drought everywhere. I think the heat wave is lessening. Certainly here in the UK. So I would say, actually, Becky, you've probably chosen the best time to go to Germany. You've got away from the heat waves that have happened, and the weather will still be really lovely. So yes, I think there might just be some water restrictions, because I know that a lot of places are in drought. Here in the UK, like the hosepipe ban, that doesn't impact because you're not going to come on holiday and use a hosepipe, but like things like that. But I think there might be some more restrictions in Europe, so check before you travel just to make sure you know what is happening. Positive thoughts for Tom, Angela, Tracy. I'll pass that on to Tom as well. Evie, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. The gentle Archer, love that name, says, hi Rob, when with the madaboutskin antioxidant back in stock? 1 week. Everybody, do you know, it was our, I wouldn't say worst, I don't want to use the term worst seller, because everything sold really well, and I've been very blessed that that's the case. But it was always our slowest seller, shall we say. But since it's been out of stock, everybody has been demanding its return, and do not panic, it is returning. So we are all good. I promised it will be returning within the week, and I can't wait because my skin's missed it. And it's also kind of perfect because it's a rich cream. It's perfect for the cooler months coming up, so it's kind of like the right time to restock. I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited. I should say though, we have, thank you so much, by the way, to Anne, Natalie, Sherry, Amanda, Neves, Elizabeth, and Kat, all for your orders. Thank you so much. If you would like a free PR gift with your order, just use the contact us section of the website, send your order number to the team, and I will hand pick something for you. If you've just joined the live stream, basically, I came back from holiday to mountains. You should see this desk. It is a hot mess. Mountains of PR. So, if lots of them are duplicates and stuff I already have. So if you place an order during the live stream, or if you're watching on replay, we'll still honour it on replay, just you'll have to email in. If you would like a free PR gift, I can hand select you something and include it in your order. All you need to do is place an order, any value, any amount, doesn't matter. Place your order, use the code SUMMER, all capital letters, SUMMER, all capital letters. That'll get you 30% off. And if you email in using the contact us section of the website and just say, this is my order number, I'd like a free gift, I will choose a nice PR gift to include completely free of charge for you. My little gift to you. We've had so many orders in, so thank you so much, guys. But yeah, if you wanted to take advantage of that, just place your order, any amount, doesn't matter. Just place an order during this live stream or on replay. Use the code SUMMER, all capital letters. That'll get you 30% off. And then email in, just say, please can I have my freebie? Let's have a look. See, Judine says, great to tune into the entire live. Thank you, my love. Missed you. How are you? Hope all is fabulous with you. Let's see. Oh, Vanessa says, Becky, I think it will be around 22 to 28 degrees in Germany. Oh, that's nice. That's nice summer weather. It's not a heat wave, it's just nice summer weather. We love that. Yeah, of course, Germany is huge, isn't it? I keep forgetting this. Germany is a huge country, so obviously in the north, it's going to be, I would assume in the north, like Hamburg, it's going to be cooler than in the south, where, let me think about my German geography. Hamburg is in the north. I used to work there, so I know that. In the south, Bavaria. I'm guessing Bavaria is going to be hotter. I don't know. You have to let me know, Vanessa. Was that right? Is that my geography? Is my geography right? Laura says, hi, Rob. Wanted to let you know that in your recommendation, I started peptide flooding, AM and PM, Geek and Gorgeous peptide serum. Very short time, great improvement. We love it. Love to hear it. Thank you so much for letting me know. And I love peptide flooding. That's where you use you can mix and match. You don't have to do it this way, but traditionally you would use a peptide toner. You would then use a peptide and then a copper peptide. You can mix and match it, but basically use different peptides, multiple different peptide products, flood the skin with them, and it works so well for me. That is what I do. It works so well. Sharina, thank you for your order, my love. Thank you, Julie, too, for your order. Again, if either of you would like a free hand-selected PR product, all you need to do is just email in using the contact us section of the website, and we'll be able to sort that out for you. No problem at all. Just include your order number so it's easy for the team, and they'll be able to do that. Right, let's see. Angela says, "Oh, love a skincare scandal." We do. Who doesn't love a cheeky scandal? I mean, we wish they didn't happen, because I wish all brands just behaved themselves and then it wouldn't happen. But when it does happen, who doesn't love a little cheeky scandal and behind the scenes? See. Vanessa said, Rob always pulled a Tom Holland there. We love it. We love it. Tom Holland. I mean, I wish. I wish. I wish. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, rain flooding. Hope you're okay, my love. Hope you are okay. Hopefully, Jason, you don't have too much flooding. You're okay. Julie says, hi, Rob. Can I use your madaboutskin dark spot serum alongside vitamin C serum in the morning? Yes. I worry about pilling. Top tip for avoiding pilling is don't rub stuff in. So most serums, creams you generally have to rub in. Most serums you can put on the face and then just pat in. If you pat in, leave 20 seconds, then put the next product on. You shouldn't get pilling. You really shouldn't. Unless something has silicone in it or you rub too hard, you shouldn't get pilling. You should be okay. And neither of those do have silicone in, so you should be fine. Ailey says, Rob, I'm in love with the feel of the Trinity Plump serum. Can you tell me anything about the texture of your new serum coming? I can. I'm a big texture queen. Texture matters. I know that some people say it doesn't, and that's fine. I think we're all motivated by different things. I know some people are very scent motivated, others are texture motivated, whatever. I am a sucker for nice packaging and a nice texture of a product. So the new madaboutskin Growth Factor Serum, so copper peptide and growth factor serum. It's not replacing the copper peptide serum. So the existing copper peptide serum is here. How I'm going to use it when it comes in is I'm going to use this on a morning, the advanced one on an evening. That's where I think you're going to get the best results, but you could use this twice a day. You could use the advanced one twice a day. You can mix and match, it's fine. The texture is going to be slightly thicker. Just because of the nature of the ingredients that are in there, it's going to be slightly thicker. Nothing, I would say if it's somewhere between a gel and a serum. So it's not gel thickness, but it's thicker than, say, the madaboutskin copper peptides, which is a more watery serum. It's slightly thicker. Now, I think that for me at least, I think that's quite nice because I like to have multiple textures in my routine. I don't want everything to be a watery serum. I want multiple textures. So I think it adds a nice element of something a little bit different. But I think if anybody likes water-based serums, it's a water-based serum. But it's slightly thicker, just slightly thicker. And I think that for me is, as someone who notices texture, I can tell. Chris says, welcome Rob, great content you posted online while away. Quick question, thank you. Quick question about Matrixol. Is it important on aging skin? 67, looking at the timeless or the ordinary. So I think Matrixol is a really inexpensive, effective peptide. Do you have to use it? No, you can use other peptides. But I think it's a really inexpensive way of getting that collagen boost. So Matrixol is actually, it's not a specific peptide. It's actually two peptides blended together. It's a trademarked brand of two peptides together. It's actually, interestingly, so as a little bit of a side note, we'll do a little chemistry lesson. So in the madaboutskin copper peptide serum, if you look at the ingredients, this actually contains the two peptides which come together to form Matrixol. We can't call it Matrixol because we didn't pay to use the trademark. So I can't say this contains matrixyl because we don't use the trademarked version, but it's the same 2 peptides used side by side. So my argument would be, if you, I don't know, say you you went into Starbucks and you bought a latte, you went home and you brewed an espresso and put some milk in it and called it a latte. It's the same. It's the same ingredients, but you couldn't call it a Starbucks latte because you didn't get it from Starbucks. That's basically how matrixyl works. So matrixyl is a branded combination of 2 peptides. We didn't pay for the branding, so we just used the same 2 peptides, just we can't call it matrixyl. So yeah, that's how it works. So a lot of peptide serums, like the Medicate one, for example, contain matrixyl, just don't use the branded version. So yes, if you want matrixyl, I think it's a really good option. I love it so much, I used it in my product, so I definitely believe in it, and it's inexpensive. You can use the ordinary one, is good. I personally think the timeless one is slightly better. Higher concentration, I prefer the texture. But timeless, the ordinary, they're all the same. But I think the timeless one is slightly better. Monica says, what are your thoughts on using the Dermatology Needleless Growth Factor Serum in the same routine as the Medicate Advanced Peptide Serum? You can use them both. You are doubling up a little bit on some of them, so it does have a bit of crossover in terms of they have similar ingredients. So if you're happy to pay for both and you want to use both, you can. There's certainly no harm in using both. I would think the risk would be you might be not getting the full value out of both, because they both come with a slightly higher price point. So if I was to choose, I think the Medicate one is slightly more advanced, so I would prioritize the Medicate over the Dermatology personally. But you can use either. And it's absolutely fine. If you want to use the 2 together, I would use Medicate first, because I think that will just layer a little bit better on the skin. Suzanne, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. So Suzanne says, just popping by to send our love. Great to have you back. Great to see you, my love. I hope all is wonderful with you. We are at the cinema for the first time with a kiddo. Good luck. Paw Patrol Dino movie, 10 out of 10. Okay, first of all, I'm impressed that your son, Damien, I'm very impressed. I'm so pleased. Just could sit through a film. I don't think either of my boys could sit through a film at the cinema. And they're older. I don't think they could sit through a film at the cinema. Once the popcorns run out, they're done. They'll sit through one at home, to be fair, so I do need to try it out. So I am very impressed. Tell Suzanne, tell Damien from me that I am sending him a massive hug. And I'm so impressed. Did he get his popcorn? Did he get a lot of popcorn? Because that's what I go to the cinema for. I don't know what popcorn they do with you guys, but I am all for a mixture. I like to do sweet and salted. All together. Salty, sweet, all together in the same bucket. Perfection. So you'll have to let me know, Suzanne. But I love you guys and hope you guys are doing so well and that you've had a really good summer. Love you. Ames Ray says, we'll love an update on the madaboutskin products. Larger sunscreen, new lip balms. New lip balms, we are just finalising. I don't have a date yet, but I will. Larger sunscreen should be coming in the next 2 weeks. We're just filling as we speak, which is very, very exciting. 200ml, I know there's been a lot of demand for it. I cannot wait to see how it does, how it performs in relation to the other sunscreen size and things like that. Very excited for that. But I think the thing that's going to be super excited is the cleansing emulsion, which is coming in about 2 months' time. And then we've got the advanced copper peptides and growth factors, which I cannot tell you how excited I am. And honestly, so excited. Let's see. Poshella, great to see you, my love. Which was fabulous. It was fabulous, my love. I spent the last few days catching up on your videos. My holidays were good. Yeah, hopefully you had a gorgeous time. Jamaica, am I right? Was I right? Jamaica, hope you had a fabulous time in Jamaica. Can't wait for the kids to go back. Do you know what? I think any parent would be lying if they said they weren't looking forward to their kids going back to school. I think they would be lying. Do I think... I'm in 2 minds. I think it will be nice to have the routine back because I've got loads to do. I got loads done when the kids are at school. So I want to be productive again. And you can't be productive when there's kids in the house. It just doesn't happen. Even well-behaved kids. Mine are really well-behaved. They entertain themselves. But you cannot be productive. So from that perspective, from my productivity, they need to go back to school. But I will also kind of miss having them around. I don't know. Kind of... I don't know. I'm in two minds. They're fortunately both really excited to go back to school. I know some parents, and my heart goes out to you. Some parents are currently fighting with their kids to get them back into the idea they're going to school, because they don't want to go. My two are like absolutely fine, looking forward to it. I do have the panic, and I know every parent will understand this. I do have the blind panic of they have grown over summer, and I need to put them in this uniform, and I think it's a disaster. I think it's going to be a disaster. I didn't buy them new uniform because it's still hot here in the UK, so they're still wearing the summer uniform. So I'm going to buy. So I basically bought trousers, jumpers, like stuff like that, new, thinking, well, when October, November rolls around, they'll have it new, ready to wear, and I sized up. So they have loads of jumpers that fit. Great. All their jumpers and blazers are going to fit like a dream. They don't want to be wearing a blazer and a jumper in like summer. So I don't know if their polo shirts are actually going to fit. I think it might be a tank top. So, but do you know what? It is what it is. They've sold out now. I looked today in a panic. They've sold out. So am I sending my kids to school in tank tops? Yes, I am. Doesn't matter. We're going to work through it. It's fine. They have this. They have a load of new jumpers and blazers ready for when the weather gets cold. But right now, yeah, I feel they probably will. It will be like it's going to be ridiculous. But anyway, it's just surprising how quick they grow over like they're like plants are kids, aren't they? You know, a bit of sun and a bit of water and they shoot up. Anyway, so that's the challenge. Does anyone else relate to that? Does anyone else have the school uniform panic? I don't know. JKB said when I went to a school that didn't have school uniform. So growing up, I didn't have school uniform. So this is all new to me. My mum, I was telling my mum about it. She was like, "Oh, I was so lucky. I didn't have any of that nonsense. I just shoved you in like clothes and sent you to school." I was like, "Yeah, we didn't have the school uniform nonsense." But my kids do now, so yeah, we've got that. JKB says, when using the madaboutskin dark spot serum, do you use it before or after vitamin C and retinol? Always before. I just say before. I mean, it doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't matter. I just think you'll get a better experience and a better layering if you use it before. Hopefully that helps. Felicia, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Modern Muse, love that name, says, hi Rob. I enjoy watching you and learning about new products. Always wondered if you are a dermatologist. No, I'm not. Would I have liked to? Possibly. I went down a very different avenue with education and stuff, so it wasn't even like it was on the cards. But no, I'm not. I would say some people say content creator, some people say influencer. I prefer enthusiast. I think that sounds better. I started YouTube because I wanted to share my skincare journey, acne, aging, like the hot two going together. Didn't do it, and this just took off during COVID lockdowns and everything like that. I try to focus down on sort of sharing what I've learned, talking about products in terms of like textures, feels, finishes, tips, techniques, and things like that. That's where I really want to focus down on. If you're looking for like a I was gonna say if you're looking for a diagnosis, if I got this, what is it? I would always say go see someone face to face. Dermatologist, obviously, but face to face, because even like online dermatologists can't give you that information. So yeah, that's where I think I fit in the whole niche of skincare. You guys might disagree, but no, esthetician isn't a thing here in the UK. I get this asked all the time. Esthetician, not a thing in the UK. I think it's an American thing, not a thing here. So yeah, just I don't actually know when people say esthetician and things like that. I actually don't know what it is. I think I don't. What I mean is I don't know what qualifications you need or whatever. Here we don't have estheticians. It's not a thing. There is dermatologists, and that's it. So I think esthetician. I think I might be wrong. I think it's someone that does like facials and beauty treatments. So here in the UK, we have people that do facials and beauty treatments and things like that in spas. But they would just be called like a beautician. And we'll generally do like it's not like a. There are some qualifications that go with it. I don't know what they are because I've never trained it, but there are like some. So if you want to do like, I don't know, if you wanted to do facials, you would train to do that. There are some qualifications. I don't know exactly what they are. But it's not like a catch-all term esthetician. I don't actually know what that is. I've heard people say it, and I assume it's similar to what we would call a beautician. but I know it's not the same thing, so I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure if I'm honest. Um, so if anyone wants to enlighten on what that is, like what the training is and things like that, but genuinely interested to know. Amy says shady lady Naturum. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. One thing, do you know what? One thing I will say about the like I will say about the whole Susan Yara thing, and Naturium, because I'm somebody that always likes to speak as I find, and I always think, it's always quite easy to just neg on somebody because it's popular to do it. But I think you should also call people out when just not okay. The behaviour's not okay. One thing I do not like, though, one thing I will say is, so Susan Yara, who was the founder of Naturium, sold it to Elf. She's now I think she's the CEO. She's certainly the spokesperson. Obviously, she decided to do some PR for her latest hair care brand in a war zone. Not a great idea. She decided to do that. That's on her. Terrible idea. I think speaks volumes to people's perspectives and judgment. That's fine. So I think it's perfectly valid for people to decide, you know what, I'm checked out. I don't want that. I'm not endorsing that. I think that's perfectly fine. I think the boycott of that is perfectly valid if that aligns with what you're looking for. One thing I have heard people like call her out for, so she's just online, a lot of the conversation around Susan Yara online is around her. She's recently divorced her husband, split up from her husband, divorced, and now I believe she's, been in the pool, dating pool or love pool or whatever you want to call it, and I believe she's with someone else or whatever. Anyway, she's done a few podcasts sharing her relations. I don't want to get demonetized or told off, so we'll just refer to it as relations. Her experiences and how, she's loving her relations, her bedtime activities, and she's spoken very freely about that online, and a lot of people have taken issue with that and said, like, ew, gross, whatever. Would I do that? No, personally I wouldn't. But I also think reading people, I think sometimes there's a double standards, because she's come on and shared quite open details about things in podcasts and things like that, and everyone's decided to hate on her for that. I would say in that case, don't watch the podcast. If you don't want to hear about people's, behind closed door bedroom activities, don't watch the podcast. I think a lot of the anger towards her for that is kind of a bit double standards, because you won't call out a man for doing the same thing. We never call out a guy for doing that. We're always quick to, particularly if a woman of a certain age is always like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you shouldn't be telling that. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't listen to the podcast. No one's making you. Calling someone out for sharing their bedtime routine, I think you always get called out for that and get a lot of hate for that if you're a woman over 40 that you wouldn't give to a man in the same boat. So I think it's double standards. So I will defend her for that. If you don't like that, if you don't like people talking about that and it's not your vibe, it's not mine. I just won't watch the podcast. I'm not interested. Do you know what I mean? Just don't watch it. I think calling out someone out for doing your PR commercial endeavours in the midst of a humanitarian crisis, that you can call people out for, because that, no, not good. Not good. Also, I just can't get over the fact. I will just re-emphasize this. You can look at the picture. She's still got it up on her Instagram. You can look at the picture. That beach looks terrible. Like, it is not a nice beach. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's to make it even worse, if it could possibly be worse, because the whole thing is horrendous. It's not even a nice beach. So it's not even like, you've clearly made a decision to do that, because it's not even a nice beach. Like, I looked at it, I was like, I'm not sure I would have chosen that, even not knowing where the beach was. No. Yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts on that. But yeah, I do think people calling her out for sharing her personal life, I think, is a little bit double standard, because I don't think they'd be calling out a guy or a younger woman for doing the same thing. So I think there's a little bit of double standards there. So I would just say, if you don't like that sort of thing, ignore the podcasts. I don't watch them because I don't want to hear about people's private lives. Just don't watch them rather than judge. I would my take on that. But again, let me know if you think that is a hot take or if you think that's wrong, because I think discussion, we love a good chat. Sandra says, joining the M25, traffic. Oh, Sandra, love, nobody needs that in their life. I'm sending you so much love. You will get through it. Put some tunes on the live stream, also good. You will get through it. Scott said, yeah, the whole cheering thing, not a good look. A terrible look, Scott, I'm with you. Felicia said, it sucks because there's a lot of Naturium products. I'm like, yeah, I mean, the products are good. I'll stand by that. The products are good. Blackstuff says, recall and sunscreen, major disappointment. Yeah. Oh, I know we touched on this a bit after the thing. I think it's disappointing how they went about the recall. I think they should have been more transparent up front. And I think they should have made it easier for people to get a refund. That would be my take on the Allies of Skin recall of the sunscreen. Sherry says, just joined. What's the giveaway? Oh, I know you've ordered, Sherry, so thank you so much for your order. Much appreciated. Oh, Christopher says, I hope Nicholas, he's the owner of Allies of Skin from Rona, makes a new and even better brand. I wish him all success. I can genuinely say, right, I have met him a couple of times. Genuinely, one of the nicest people I have ever met. Like, I adore him. Absolutely love him. He's such a kind person. He has a really inspiring backstory, which I'm not going to tell here because it's not my story to tell, but I think he's spoken about it in magazines, so you can read up on that. He's got a really inspiring backstory where he really started Allies of Skin from nothing, like nothing, and built it up to be something. He is wonderful. He also created PSA Skin. He sold that previously, so he clearly knows how to do formula. I think he'll come back with a stronger, better brand. I have full faith in that. Will I still use the Allies of Skin products? Personally, I will. I just don't have a lot of excitement for the new things coming because I don't think, without him at the helm, I don't think it'll be the same brand. Let's have a look. Marie says, what do you think of the Brightly Pro Sun? I really like it. Azelaic acid. I mean, the Brightly line has azelaic acid in. I love it. Personally, I love it. I think it is. I think it's a really good formula. I love the whole Dr. Sam thing. I'm actually going to book in with her. She's an active dermatologist. She practices in Harley Street in London. I'm going to book in with her for a consultation about a few things anyway. So I'll let you know what that experience is like. But I'm very much excited about that. Cat Mafia says, being non-political is for privileged people. I think for a brand, I think the problem is with a brand like Allies of Skin being like, we want to be non-political, but then you align yourself with people that are very political. I think that's the problem. Like, if you want to be genuinely non-political, just stay in your lane, do your thing. You can. I think it's a bit of a cop-out for Allies of Skin to be like, we want to be non-political, fine, but then you're using Lauren Sanchez Bezos as your spokesperson, who is mired in a lot of stuff and whose husband is, like him or loathe him, a political figure. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. If you want to be apolitical, get a random somebody off the street that likes your products and use them as your spokesperson. You know what I mean? I don't like this. We're being apolitical. We're being non-political or apolitical, but we're getting involved with Lauren Sanchez Bezos, who I mean, personally, she might be the loveliest person ever. I don't know her. I know enough about the pair of them to think probably wouldn't. Let's see. Scott says, good for him standing by his beliefs, not good for the company in my opinion. I kind of agree. I think he spoke out. He said he didn't agree with something, and I think it's a shame. But then again, if you sell your... I always try to see both sides of things. If you sell your business, you lose control of it, don't you? I mean, I own 100% of my business. I started it from scratch, all my own money. I spent a fortune developing it. I'm on the line for everything if it fails. I'm on the line for everything if it succeeds. If I wanted to take my business in a direction, I can, because I'm not answering to anybody other than the people that buy the products. If I then sold a stake, which don't worry, I'm not doing it, but if I sold to, you know, a company, and then I can't really control things, can I? I think that's the challenge. But it must hurt to see your baby kind of transformed into something you didn't want it to be. Vanessa said that doesn't bode well for Allies. It really doesn't, and I'm really upset because I love that brand so much. Aiden says, I love the Inkless cleanser. Mine does separate, but I love the feel. Keeping it in the fridge does definitely help. That definitely helps. Andrew says, more drama, read the Neutrogena boycott and Numbuzzin. Yeah, so Numbuzzin apparently are in a bit of hot water for not paying content creators. I don't know anything about this. I don't do sponsorship, so I actually don't. I've said how much I love Numbuzzin products, which I do, but they've never paid me a penny to say it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to do a bit more research into this because I have heard about it and I kind of would like to know a little bit more about it, to understand a little bit more about it, because yeah, I mean, that's shady. If you promise someone a payment for, you know, promoting a product or whatever, and then not... Bit shady, for sure. Especially because it's smaller creators. You know, do I feel sorry for, like, the big creators not getting their check? I mean, they still should. But I feel a little less sorry. But for small creators, Yeah, not okay. Not okay. Scott says, I love that August is the beginning of Advent season. It really is. I've got 3 Advent calendars through from brands so far. Very excited. I got none last year. So last year, brands reached out to me and said, we'll give you an Advent calendar in exchange for you doing content. And I was like, I don't do sponsorship. And they came back and said, that's not sponsorship. It is. If you're giving me something in exchange for something, that's sponsorship. So I said, oh, don't do it. If you want to send me your Advent calendar, if I like it, I'll tell my fans. Yeah, I'll tell the subscribers. I'll tell my audience about it. No problem. But I'm not doing it because of that. And all the brands that I said that to said, all right, we're not sending it to you then, and that was the end of it. The same brands this year have just sent it. Like, I've just sent it with zero, which is great, like 0 conditions. So the 3 that I've got, I have the Liberty London one, which I think it's like, they sent it, I didn't ask for it, they sent it. I think it's like £400. Anyway, it's got some products in there that I know I won't like from brands that I like. Augustinus Bader, they might be the best products in the world, but I ain't paying £300 for a serum. But they've also got some products that are like indie brands that I'm very excited about. So that one I'm excited about. Stylevana, because I just love trying new Korean skincare, so that's going to be exciting. And my best friend loves all of the ones that I don't like. So she'll take all the makeup off my hands and things like that. So that's fine. And I have also got the Space NK one, which everyone is dragging online. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know, but everyone says they're disappointed by it. I don't know. I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Cause me, that's why. Love that name. Says, please share the advent calendar. I will. I'll be doing a full video on it. Do not worry. Thank you so much, Amy, for confirming. Our standing moderator, Amy. Thank you so much, Amy. We love you. Thank you for clarifying that. Chris says, oh yes, please start advent calendar. Caroline, great to see you, my love. I did. I had a wonderful holiday. I hope you've had a wonderful summer too, my love. Missed you. Alexis. So, Reve, my love, how are you? Just dropped in to say hi. Phone battery is low. Charge your phone. We need you. We need you, Rev8. Charge your phone. No, hopefully you'll be able to catch up on replay, but I'm sending you so much love. So, Krista, I have done the updates on the antioxidant cleansing balm, so hopefully I've covered that off. If you need any more info, you let me know and I'll give you some more information. Tina says, yes, please do the Stylevana Advent Calendar reveal. I've sent a contact to the madaboutskin message. Love the Medicate product. I will sort that out for you. Tina, that's no problem at all. Felicia, within a week, the antioxidant will be back. Everybody wants the antioxidant. Do not panic. It will be back. I promise you. I promise you guys. So Chris says, can I have something from Medicate if I can? Yes, I believe so. Yes, I will do my best, my love. I will do my best. Yes, Suzanne, how is Jan's arm? Are we better? Is Frank out of the picture? Are we better? Jill says, did you get my message for a free gift? Let me have a look, Jill. Yes, I did. I will sort that out for you, Jill, straight away. Thank you so much, and thank you for your order. If you're new, by the way, if you're new to the live stream, if you just joined and you want to know what we're on about, basically I came back from holiday to a mountain of PR and stuff that often is duplicates and things that I already have. So I thought rather than, let any of it go to waste, I'd give it to you guys. So if you place an order on the live stream or whilst you're watching on replay, if you place an order on this live stream, use the code SUMMER, all capital letters, SUMMER, and that'll get you 30% off any Madaboutskin products at www.madaboutsskincare.com. And once you placed your order, if you just email the team using the contact us section of the website, just say, please can I have a free PR gift? I will handpick something from the mountain of PR and send it to you as a little free gift from me to you to say thank you and to spread the love. So yeah. So all you need to do is place an order, use the code SUMMER, capital letters, all one word, to get your 30% off, and then just let us know if you'd like your free PR gift. Yeah, Amy says, Amy, who's doing a beautiful job of standing in for Tom, thank you so much, Amy, says, yeah, either add the note to your order or email the customer services. If you want to add a note to your order, you absolutely can. That would be great. If you haven't, you can just email the customer service team and they will sort it out for you. Karen says, hi Rob, didn't realise you did live chats. We do every other Saturday. Every other Saturday we are here, happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm so glad you could join, my love. I'm glad you're feeling refreshed after the holiday. It's the best feeling. It really is. I have come home to a mountain of washing. Like, you would not believe the amount of laundry that needs to be done. That's all I'll say. Oh, Trace said, obsessed with sweet chemistry. Yes, that's shower gel. The salicylic acid shower gel, I think it's on special offer on TikTok Shop because I bought another one the other day and I think I got it like half price. the smell of that salicylic acid shower gel. If you haven't tried the Sweet Chemistry salicylic acid body wash, best ever. Just take it from me. It is gorgeous. Christopher says, Amy, you're the best. Tom would be proud. Tom would be very impressed. Oh, he's in the building. Tom, hello. Just quick say hello. And I really wish I could be here today. Tom, we wish you could be here today. And Amy is doing a marvellous job moderating in your absence. But we obviously would wish you were here too. We love you, Tom. We love you. Monica says, yes, Sweet Chemistry has different formulations and not as heavy as well. The scents are stunning. Absolutely stunning. I would fully recommend people try them out if they haven't already. I would recommend getting them on TikTok Shop because they have really good sales on there, but I think you can buy them elsewhere as well. I think you can get them in Boots now. I might be wrong. Tom said, you guys are too sweet. I wish I could stay, but really can't. I'm dealing with the toddlers that aren't as well as behaved as Rob's kids. Me and Tom had a little discussion. I have kids. Tom has two parents. Both behaving like kids. We were comparing notes. I think both ends of the age spectrum behaving very similar. We were having a good chuckle about it last night. But Tom, you were doing a fantastic job. And do you know what? I am going to put it out there. I have worked with part of my job that I did alongside YouTube. And then obviously YouTube now is supporting carers. To anyone that's a carer out there, whether you acknowledge yourself to be a carer, because some people don't like to use that term, which is absolutely fine. Whether you choose to see yourself as a carer or not, anyone that's caring for someone else, it is such a challenging job, such a difficult job. And I'm just here to say, you know what, utmost respect, and just make sure you take care of yourself. And I say that to all carers because you know what, it is not failure to need a break. It's not failure to need a break, to need some time for yourself. That is not failure, it's recharging. I would just say that. And say the same to Tom today. It is perfectly okay to say, I need a moment for me, because that's how you recharge, to be able to continue to care. So I just always put that out there. It was my job. I loved that job so much. So rewarding. And I said this to Tom earlier today. For anyone that is caring, it is never failure to say, I need a bit of time. I need something for me, because you can't do it on an empty battery. So yeah, Tom, you're doing a great job. Absolutely fantastic job. Keep at it, and just know, I think you're doing a fabulous job. Sherry says, I placed my first order, so excited. As for the freebie, anything dark spot hyperpigmentation would be my pick. I trust you to pick the best brand. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. And I will choose you something lovely. Do not worry. And thank you for your first order. How exciting. Let me see. I'll just see if I can bring up your order, and I'll note that. Bear with me. Let's see. Oh, you've ordered the dark spot serum. You will love it. You will absolutely love it, Sherry. Well, I hope you do anyway. Suzanne says, Robert, that twins are growing well. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. I just can't believe how big Damien's got. In the pictures, I'm like, he's grown up. He's grown up so much. He's such a cutie. Such a cutie. Sea Shines, great to see you, my love. Said, did I miss new kids? That's great. There's a video that get me up to speed. Yeah, I have kids. That's that's up to speed. It's a full-time job. Wouldn't change it for the world, but it's a full-time job. Yeah, it's definitely yeah, it's hard work keeping other people alive and not just yourself. It turns out it's hard work. The school uniform is the current drama. I don't think any of it's going to fit. I'm genuinely panicked. But I think all I say is, as parents, we can only do our best. And if my kids go to school in crop tops, because I sized up in the winter uniform, but didn't in the summer one, because I thought summer would be over by now. If they end up going to school in crop tops, so be it. We'll just start a new trend. Julie says, love Betty's tea. It's so good, isn't it? Worth it. I mean, I'm a Yorkshire boy, so obviously, you know, Harrogate is close to my heart. But if you ever go to Harrogate, it's worth going to the Betty's tea room just for the tea. Angela said, just set my order. I missed my madaboutskin copper peptides. Thank you, Angela. We love you. Ailey says, Rob, your mugs keep growing. Yeah, this one is the chicken mug. It's got a chicken on it. Reminding me of Babs, my old chicken. She looked just like that. So yes, my chicken mug. Carolyn says, Tom, wildfires have stamped down for all of you. Yes, which is good. Good. I think things are reset. But apparently we're going to have a really hot year next year. I don't know how they know this far out, but something about some cycle of something happening. You see, you could tell I'm a weatherman. Some cycle about something is happening that's going to mean it's hotter next year. There you go. Heard whatever. That limited information here first. Trace said, I'm drinking one of my favourites, Earl Grey. I love an Earl Grey. I love an Earl Grey. If you haven't tried it, Trace, try an iced Earl Grey. I know that sounds a bit funky, but trust me, like, steep it in cold water, let it steep for like an hour so you infuse all flavours, put some ice cubes in. Iced Earl Grey, genuinely love it. Christopher says, are we having a tea crisis again? I really need to send you some emergency stash from. Now, so I will say, Christopher, I wouldn't say crisis. I would say far from optimal, but not crisis. I have tea, so that would be a crisis if I ran out of tea. I have tea. I just don't have the right tea. So I would say minor inconvenience, bordering on crisis. Jag says, I love your videos. Thank you so much, my love. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Tracy said, I've noticed a big difference using copper peptides twice daily. It really is a little game changer. I would encourage everybody, if you haven't already, try copper peptides twice a day. Once a day, great. Twice a day, honestly, leveled up. Tracy, great to see you, my love. Thank you so much. We have quite a few Beckys, we have quite a few Traces, and we have quite a few Jills in our chats just generally. So if you wonder, like I've already called you now, we do have multiples, which we love. We love. Scott says, glad to hear the dark spot serum is selling well. I like the formula. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Amanda said, I'm using dark spot serum and Heal. Amazing. Thanks for the recommendation. You are very welcome, my love. You are very welcome. Is that the one I'm using? I think it is. I've lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yes, Heal. That's my brand that I use of Tretinoin. It works so well. Binti says, best hyperpigmentation. I mean, I created my own, and I genuinely think if you're looking for something affordable, multi-active, and impactful, the madaboutskin dark spot serum, honestly, I think it's just great. I know it's my own brand, so I am biased, but I created it because I genuinely think it has all the actives you would want. You've got your tranexamic acid, your azelaic acid, your alpha-arbutin, you've got natural brightening ingredients there too. I think it just covers all bases. Scott says, don't forget to press the like button. Do as Scott says. This is a good point. I'm going to take a big sip of this suboptimal tea. If you haven't already, if you could minimise the chat, hop over to the like button, give it a gentle caress, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were so you never miss out on anything. Thank you so much. Yeah, that tea ain't it. It's not hitting. It's not hitting. Tiffany, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Sherry says, children could grow so fast. One of my boys went through 3 sizes in a summer. I know. So, literally, we have gone up 3 sizes. So, both of my boys have gone up 3 sizes in shoe in 3 months. Yeah, they put the shoes on today and we're like hobbling. Because I was like, they fit like 4 weeks ago. How is that a thing? Tomorrow it's gonna be like full on close shot. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So I feel you. Yeah, Angela, are we sharing? Not commenting much. Eating pizza, Angela. Send me a slice. Thank you. Angela says, I've lost my crown. I still don't know what the crowns mean, but Amy is currently crown number 1, so ask Amy. Monica says, emulsions go last then since they have oil and water. Yes, well, it depends. So a lot of brands call themselves emulsions. So the madaboutskin dual action dark spot serum is technically emulsion because it has a small amount of oil in there, but it's not enough to really impact anything else, so you can use it. If your emulsion has a high percentage of oil in, then last, yes. Yeah, it depends on the formula. But yes, I agree with you. I would say, generally speaking, yes. Fisterberg says, everything as it should be. Amy is the queen. This is true. Amy has her crown. Everything is right with the world. Let me see. Let's see where we are with Constantina. Thank you so much for your order, my love. Linda, thank you so much. Carolyn, to Deborah, to Sandra, to Monica, to Maria, thank you so much. You are all superstars. Thank you for your orders. Julie says, any news on Remedy coming to the UK? Impatiently waiting for the eye cream. I heard by the end of August. We are nearly at the end of August, so I will touch base with them and I will find out. I know it's going to be Boots. I just don't know the exact date, so I will find out for you. Leave this one with me. Leave it with me, because I'm also been quite impatient at the moment. Felicia says, so is the formula different with the antioxidant cream? The formula is exactly the same. We have increased the percentage of one of the inactive ingredients. So obviously you have your active ingredients, the ones that are doing something. You have the inactive ingredients that are base formulation, in effect. We've increased the concentration of one of the inactive ingredients and reduced the concentration of another one of the inactive ingredients to water it down ever so slightly. Only reason for that is it will just make for a more easy application, dispensing. It won't change the performance, it won't change the product. None of the actives have changed at all. It will just be slightly, you probably won't even notice it, slightly thinner viscosity, because that's going to then enable it to be dispensed just more freely and easily. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I want pizza now. Thank you for all mentioning pizza. Now I want pizza. Which I love. I do love pizza. I love a good pizza. I'm very jealous, Angela. Yeah, Carolyn says, Rob, general question about ingredients listed on products. The higher up the list, does that mean greater concentration? No, not always. People get very het up on this, very het up on this. There is a certain content creator that used to always say, you can tell everything from an ingredients list. You can tell actually very little from an ingredients list, because ingredients are impacted things like pH. A lot of ingredients are pH sensitive, so you can't tell the pH from an ingredients list, so you don't know how those are going to be working. You can tell a rough idea of certain concentrations by certain order, but not many. You don't know what form certain things are in, so if something comes in azelaic acid, it might say azelaic acid. Is that salt form? Is that natural form? Is that neutralized form? You don't know. You can actually tell very little from an ingredients list. I would say all I would bother looking at an ingredients list for is to make sure you're not allergic. So if you know you're allergic to Centella asiatica, read the ingredients list, make sure it hasn't got Centella asiatica in it, for example. Other than that, I won't bother reading the ingredients list for anything other than checking for allergies, which I would recommend everybody do. So the rules around ingredients lists, anything over a 1% concentration has to go in the order of volume. So I'll just read out from, we'll do dark spot serum. So here is the madaboutskin dark spot serum. If you look at the ingredients list, so the number one ingredient is water. That is the largest concentration by volume in here. Second is azelaic acid. So the azelaic acid concentration in here is 10%. I put it on the bottle, it's 10%. Now, most brands don't tell you what the percentage is. So again, you can't really tell anything because you don't know what the percentage is to start with. Azelaic acid is 10%. So you know from this ingredients list that azelaic acid, which is the second ingredient, is 10%. Water is before it, so you know that more than 10% of this is water because it comes before azelaic acid, which we know is 10%. You've then here got the oil, which is what creates the emulsion. In this case, it's grapeseed oil, but that is what's the emulsion. You've got glycerin. Glycerin is humectant. It helps with the viscosity of it, but it's a humectant. It's a really nice skin conditioning agent. Then you've got tranexamic acid. Now, tranexamic acid in here is 3%. I put it on the box here. It's 3%. Now, again, most brands won't tell you what 3%, what percentage is in it, so you can't tell anything. But because I do, you can tell. So you know, because azelaic acid is 10% and tranexamic acid is 3%, that the grapeseed oil and the glycerin are in concentrations between 10% and 3%. So somewhere, but it could be 9%, it could be 4%. You don't know. And then the alpha-arbutin in here is 1%, alpha-arbutin. So anything after 1% can go in any order. Like, it really doesn't matter. Any order at all. So literally, all you can tell from this ingredients list is what I've just told you there. After alpha-arbutin and everything after could be in any concentration of 1% or below, in any order. You can't really tell anything about it. And so it's really hard to tell anything from an ingredients list. It's easier on my products because you know that I'm transparent with the percentages. But say I didn't tell you, like most brands don't. So actually you'd just be guessing. Or you don't know where the 1% starts, so you have no idea. You can tell basically nothing from an ingredients list. I would pretty much ignore it other than to look for allergens, which I would definitely recommend people do. Other than that, you can't tell anything from an ingredients list. So people read too much into it. Also, when it comes to pH, so here, for example, lactic acid is listed on the ingredients list. It's in a 1% concentration, so it's less than 1%, sorry. People are like, oh, lactic acid exfoliant? No. So lactic acid in here is as a humectant, because it's hydrating, it draws moisture into itself, and to balance the pH. the pH of this is balanced in order to get the most efficacy from the azelaic acid. But the pH in this is too high to actually make lactic acid effective as an exfoliant. So whilst it says lactic acid on there, this is doing nothing for exfoliation. The lactic acid in this is useless as an exfoliant. It's there to balance the pH and to provide some humectant qualities. But again, you wouldn't know that unless I've just told you that, because you would need to know the pH in order to determine that. So all of these things basically come together to tell you that reading the ingredients list is pretty useless unless you're trying to make sure that you're not allergic to something, in which case, absolutely. For everyone else, yeah. As a general rule as well, brands will hide the less desirable ingredients at the bottom. So fragrance, if a product, mine doesn't have fragrance in, but if a product has fragrance in, it's usually last on the ingredients list. Doesn't mean that it's the lowest concentration. It just means that they can get away with it because it's under 1%, so they can put it last. That's generally how things would work out. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Carolyn, but yeah, in theory, the rules state anything over 1% has to be listed in order of volume. Below 1%, anything goes. That is the strict rule. There's interpretation within that, though. Hopefully that helps anyway. Cosme says, yes, that's why water is usually first. It is. It's a water-based serum. Aqua. You're not allowed to put water. It depends which country you're in. But you're not allowed to put water. You have to put aqua in most countries. It's the same thing, but that would be the first in a water-based serum. Tracy says, can't wait for your hyperpigmentation chemical peel to get delivered. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for your order. It means the world to me. Angela says, Doctor sponsored, especially with the Gaslit and Newer scandal. The piece they did putting it on their arms was an absolute joke. I can't put anything on my arms that I can't use on my face. I do think it was a little bit unfortunate, if I'm honest, the way that they presented it. I'm sure it came from the right place, but I think the whole thing was a little bit... I think coming to the defense of a brand that isn't yours, you don't need to do it. I don't think you need to do it. You know what I mean? Like, brands can defend themselves. I don't feel the need to come to the defense of a brand that isn't mine. I can say, actually, I still like a brand. I don't... Take Naturium. Say that you completely love Naturium and everything that's gone on with Susan Yara, it doesn't bother you at all. That's fine. That's perfectly valid. That's your take. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You continue to buy Naturium. That's fine. That is your choice. That is absolutely fine. I wouldn't jump on as a content creator, be like, I think she can go on holiday where she wants. I think it's amazing. I still love it. Like, you can believe all those things. That's absolutely fine. But I don't think you need to come to the defense of a brand. The brands are big multinational corporations. They could do that themselves. I always think you end up tying yourself in knots when you try to come to the defense of a brand, which is what Dr. Lee did. And then there was the backlash because everyone said, well, you're sponsored by a Newer. You're literally doing a collaboration with them. It doesn't look good. I'm sure that wasn't their motivation. I love the guys from Doctor. I'm sure it wasn't their motivation, but it doesn't look good. I would say, let the brands. And you will have a multi-million-pound marketing budget. They can do their own. They can do their own PR. They can do their own defending of their own brand. I don't think they need to rely on content creators to do that. Just my personal take. But Hell's great to see you, my love. I said, late but I made it. Can you tell me what you think of Ectoin? Love it. It is a bit of a trendy ingredient these days, which is why you see it more and more in skincare, because it is very trendy. But actually, it's one of those trendy ingredients that's actually really good. So I would personally recommend everyone has Ectoin in their skincare routine. You could use it twice a day, ideally on an evening for the best results, but you can use it twice a day. My favourite is the Face Theory Ectoin Serum. I think that's just perfect. Great for boosting the barrier function, locking in hydration, general skin health. Love it. Let's see. CeraVe got me started in skincare, so I will give them that. Only one that I didn't react to, but so many better options now. I think that's it. I think CeraVe were good originally. I just think so many things have come on the market since that are just better. That's my take. That's just my take. Anyway, say, hey Hals, didn't ask me, but I'm a huge fan of Ectoin. We did ask you, Amy. You have the #1 crown. You could share your views. We love it. Lebrex, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Scott said, thanks for the lowdown on the Allies issues, Jay. You're very welcome, Scott. And I would just say, to summarise the Allies issues, especially with the sunscreen, personal take. You know, some people will think they've handled it well. Others will think they've handled it terribly. I'm not here to tell you which you should think. I would say make your own call on that. I think it's 50-50. I give them a 5 out of 10 for their handling of that situation. Michelle says, what's the best product from TK Maxx? Oh, it depends, because there's always different products. I need to go to TK Maxx. I might do it tomorrow. There's always new products, so I can't really tell you what the best product is. They recently had some Beauty of Joseon stuff, which I would recommend picking up if they still have it. Love that brand. Karen says, what have I missed with Numbuzzin and the Allies of Skin? Numbuzzin, I need to look into. I don't know the full details of. Allies of Skin kind of sacked their founder because he was unimpressed with some of their political decisions, and I think it's a shame because he was the driving force behind the brand. They also had their recall of their sunscreen because it wasn't meeting the SPF on a specific batch. If you have got the sunscreen, check your batch and check their recall, because you can get a refund if yours is the batch that's impacted. Carolyn said that's so disappointing because niacinamide is always so high up. Niacinamide usually will be above 1%, so if you see it on an ingredients list, it probably will be, and it is such a shame because my skin really hates it. As said, brand transparency is always better in the long run. Brands trust loyalty. I agree. Just own it. Brands make mistakes. Make your mistake, own it, fix it. People don't care. People care way more if you try and hide it or be less than transparent, in my view. Evie said, your site won't let me do PayPal. Oh. Why is that? I am not sure why that is. Let me have a look. Let me have a look and see. Should do. Oh yeah. I am not sure. Leave it with me. Let me see what it says. Oh, it says on our business PayPal, some of your account information is missing, so you can't send, transfer money, or receive it. Update information now. Oh, there's new compliance needs to be filled out. I need to fill that out. Oh, I'll do that after. Thank you for the heads up. I didn't know that. I will do that now. Oh, how annoying. So anyone that's trying to pay on PayPal, you will be able to do it imminently. I just need to update some bits and bobs. I'm sure it's like tax information that needs some extra information on, which I can do. So sorry about that, but it will be able to do PayPal imminently. Microsoft said, I haven't been ambitious enough to go through the steps of Allies refund. I really love the application of the sunscreen. Hate the idea that it didn't work anyway. I love it. I don't think I don't know. Personally, I've used it. I don't know if my batches, I didn't look it up because I used the whole thing, threw it out, so I didn't check the batch. I've never had any problems with it. I've been out indoors and I've never had any issues. So I think I don't know whether mine was the batch that was impacted or not, but I threw it out, so I haven't actually checked it. Senor Manolito says, wait, what are we talking about? What sunscreen got the recall? Allies of Skin. Dawes says, hi Robert, it's my 30th birthday today. Happy birthday, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. Oh, my own family hasn't bothered. Well, we are your family, my love. Happy birthday. I hope you're having an absolutely marvellous and wonderful time. And just sending you the biggest hug and the happiest 30th birthday. Caroline said, oh, Alice Kim, yeah, brand won't be the same either. Yeah, I agree. See. Karen says, will Alice Skin change the quality of their products? I hope not. I hope not. I will keep everyone up to date. I hope not. Hope not. Carolyn says, so happy the madaboutskin launch of copper peptide with growth factors. Thank you so much. Well, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Angela says, there's an American band called TAHNYC. The ingredients are lush. Oh, I need to check that out. Let me write that down. I will do that. And yes, more behind the scenes. I can do that. I want to do more behind the scenes. I want to for sure. Amy says, "Oh my gosh, Rob is still at the beginning of the comments." I know. I am trying. I'm trying, Amy. Krista says, "Love you, Rob. Always guess you will be on time. I was finally right." Yeah, I know. You've always had faith in me, and I'm glad that I can repay that belief today. I just said, "Yeah, this is going to be a 3-hour live stream." I don't know. I've not got enough tea for 3 hours. Nika says, "Welcome back, Rob. The perfect pickup after work. Thank you so much. We love you." Amy says, "Yeah, I need to take a break. I'll come back tomorrow. Rob will be about halfway through by then." Yeah, I know. Scott says, Scott's number 2 now. That crown. And Krista, you've regained the number 1 spot. Yes, and I was upset the Doctor didn't disclose their partnership with the new but I do still respect them. This isn't going to impact me watching their content or listening to their views, but I do just think it would have been better to have disclosed up front, personally. I think. Carolyn says, "So glad that madaboutskin has no drama." I'm too busy to have drama. Honestly, I have no time for drama. Too busy. Too busy. So Scott, I love that typo. We love a good typo. Chris says, "The other thing with the new azelaic acid is that their marketing claims that it's their soothing complex, which includes ubiquinone and tansiol, which I know are to be found in the English." Yeah, I don't get that. They did say that their product contains ubiquinone and it's not on any of the lists. I mean, that's shady as anything. Yeah, not great. Fristerberg is all in favour of the tea giveaway, which we love. So is Vanessa. So is Miss Annie. We love it. Scott says, "You make the best merch." I am really happy with this tote. I am very, very happy about it. Amy says, "Mad about cleansing cloths." We should do a new brand. Oh, yes. I'm passing that to the brand team. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. You can have your check now. Chris says, "I love the blue cleanser. I'm obsessed." Thank you so much, Krista. Kylie said, "I'm ordering 6 bottles of copper peptides with growth factors when it launches. I'm madaboutskin copper peptides in stock as backups. Plan on using both." Just what I do. Encapsulated when you need it. The other one, you want the maximum punch. We love it. Amy says, "Hi, Rob. Sews the monogram on each cloth." I do. I literally sit there stitching. I do. If you'd see my stitching, Amy, you would not believe that to be the case. New tote. I have 4 of the previous ones. Use all of them. Thank you so much. I think there's lots of people have all the set, all the collection. If anyone's got any gaps, if anyone's missed any of the totes, what I might do is while they're doing the big batch printing for the new copper peptide one, I can get them to run some of the other colours and logos and stuff that we missed. So if anyone's missing one, I might be able to send you them. Scott says, "Don't forget to derma roll that like button." Thank you, Scott. Yes, do as Scott says. He's always right. Vanessa said, "Your geography is spot on, Rob." Yay. I know my Germany. Karen said, "I had a manicure this morning, having a glass of Chardonnay and chatting with all of you." Literally, she says, "My universe is perfect." That is the perfect Saturday. And Amy said, "Yeah, all is good in Carolyn's world right now." It is, isn't that? It just sounds so fantastic. I love the idea of that. Angela says, "Using the transparent labs copper peptide growth factors till Rob comes out." I do love that one. I must admit, I do love that one. Honey Gaga, love that name. Said, "Do you have any idea why CeraVe products cause cystic acne for a lot of people?" Very thick on the moisturising agents. Have undisclosed. Well, they're disclosing it on the ingredients list, but they don't talk about it on the marketing. Oils, which can trigger cystic acne. Also, high concentration of niacinamide, which can trigger reactions. And they're just very basic formulas. I mean, there's nothing like intrinsically wrong with them, but if you have cystic acne, I think CeraVe products are way too heavy. I personally won't recommend them because they just prevent the skin breathing. My take, I think there's better products. Andrew says, "Rob, what's your thoughts on Snap 8? Love it. Meant to be the next generation Azure line. I love it. It is in the Skin 1000 form polemizing one. There are some other brands that are using it. I like it. I don't think I think it works as well as Azure line. I don't think there's enough studies to show it works better than. And it costs more. So it's not bad. And if you don't mind paying for it, great. But I don't think there's enough data to say it works better than. I'd say it's as good as Azure line. We'll wait. We'll wait for our turn. Thank you for the peptide lesson. You just saved me pounds. You are very welcome, Chris. You are very welcome. Constantina says, "Hi, Robin fam. Hope you had a lovely holiday. Where is your tan?" Well, I don't know. I have definitely, like, I would say, like, I wear, like, yeah, I don't know. Can you see the difference? Probably. Oh, bit of a flash there. Yeah. So I wear a UV top because I had a skin cancer removed from my arm. About 3 years ago now, and ever since I've been very, very like, so I wear a UV protective top, so this is never tanned, and it's a long sleeved one. The only reason there's a bit of a tan line there is because in an evening I'll wear like a t-shirt, so that's all evening stuff. On the face I use the madaboutskin sunscreen. That's all I applied to me and the kids, and I think there's definitely like a little bit of, you know, I've been in a warm climate for 5 weeks, so you know this but zero burning, zero like major colour change. My hyperpigmentation is exactly the same as when I left, so it's not like flared up. So I believe in my own brand. And I just gave you all a flash, so what more do you want? Carolyn says, is that Lon in the background being grumbly? It is, Lonnie. He's had a haircut. I'll show you in a minute. He's had a haircut. And Nika says, any user with the madaboutskin antioxidant is back 1 week. 1 week, I promise you. Ainsworth says, Rob, have you tried any of the prequel products yet? I have bought them. They haven't been delivered. I bought them from Space NK. They have not been delivered yet. I will be doing a full like prequel review in the next couple of weeks. Amy says, anyone buy the reformulated Inculus Dope Cleanser Balm? Mine was big, big, big granules. Don't think it's supposed to. That is a common complaint, Amy. You are not on your own. I think it's bad that they haven't stabilised it to prevent that. Keeping it in the fridge will help, but it's not the best experience, is it? Mine is getting a little bit grainy all of a sudden. I agree with you. Tracy, good morning. 4 a.m. here in Australia. Have you tried the Medipeel Collagen Baited Thread Neck Cream? That is a ridiculously long title. I have not. Sending love to Australia. I have not, but I'm going to write it down because I want to try that. What's it called? The Medipeel Collagen Baited Thread Neck Cream. I will try that out. Suzanne said, smiles over here, Rob, sends his big hood right back. Kiddo got salt butter popcorn, nachos, and a bag of gummy candies. Oh my god. Suzanne, I am coming to the cinema with you. Hold on. I'm getting the plane. I am coming. You know how to treat people. Suzanne, I'm coming to the cinema with you. I'll take exactly what Damien had. He knows his stuff. I'll take what he had. Oh, not baited native. Right. Let me make a note of that. Thank you. Because that's why I was thinking about it, Amy, but now I'm wearing granules. Yeah, it's a nice cleanser. It's inexpensive, but if you keep it in the fridge, it'll prevent it, but it will separate, and you do get some granules in it. Not the best experience, if you ask me. Joanne says, huge fan of the Isle of Wight, Raw. Huge hugs from the Isle of Wight. Love the Isle of Wight. Please, can you tell me about your balm? I have rough skin on one of my knees. It doesn't seem to be able to get rid of it. Had it for years. So, I think the madaboutskin balm would be a good option. I have one here. If I can reach for it. Oh, I nearly knocked everything over. Right, okay, we're not going to do that, because I just nearly knocked everything over. I think you might have just got a flash of how dirty and filthy my desk is. We can ignore that. The balm is here. Sorry, I think you just saw my bum stuck in the air as well. Oh, it's all going on. This is madaboutskin Intensive Rescue Balm. So you get 30 gram of product, so it's a big product, which means it's perfect for the likes of oh, that's now I'm missing the top of my head. Let me just move that back. So I think that's better. Let's just see. There we are. Sorry, that was like the most now you can see the big zit again. I'm glad. The Intensive Rescue Balm is packed full of intensely nourishing and moisturising ingredients. It's great for skin softening as well. So I think what you were saying, my love, first of all, send love to the Isle of Wight. I can see the Isle of Wight from my window. I'll give you a wave. Rough skin. This is going to be perfect. Twice a day, morning and evening, within about 3 applications, it will be so much smoother. If you want my top tip, if you get an exfoliating acid, you can buy mine, which is the light chemical peel gel, or you can get something like the ordinary glycolic acid that also works. Put that on the area. Put this on top of it after it dries down. 3 days, your knee will be smoothed to perfection. I promise you. Oh, so Amy says, sent an email to the customer service, haven't heard back. I am going to do the same because mine is getting grainy. I don't think, they don't always reply back, which is kind of a shame. Sandra said, I think I saw that Cult Beauty UK Advent Calendar has the Allies azelaic acid serum. It does. Haven't opened it, but I am very excited about it. Very, very exciting. Amy says, it feels like the apricot scrub. Oh, nobody has time for that, Amy. No one has time for that. Constantina says, running out, can't be without the antioxidant things back in stock. Hopefully within the next week, Constantina. Within the next week. I am very, very excited, but yes, within the next week. Crossing fingers. Crossing fingers. But yeah, I'm also out of it. My skin is screaming for it, and I'm also out of it. So I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Stupid question alert. There are no stupid questions here, but should I be putting eye cream on my eyelids? You don't have to. I do. The orbital bone, this area, is a good area to put eye cream on, but some people are sensitive. So if you have sensitive skin, you might not want to. Most people should, in my view. Not a stupid question, though, at all. Gwen said, are you still using Nature's Smell Rosemary for hair? I am. I use it once, twice a week. I actually, on my hair, I use copper peptides on the hairline, and I use minoxidil. Both work really, really well, like, together. You can use both together. Amy says, Sandra, not a stupid question at all. It'd be interesting to hear Rob's response, but I put eye creams on my eyelids. I do. I think the only reason not to put eye cream on your eyelids is if you have very sensitive eyelids, in which case skip it. But for everyone else, yes. I think you might as well. Like, just massage it around. Just be gentle, because this is a gentle area. But yeah, absolutely, I do. Jamie, great to see you, my love. Thank you so, so much for joining. We love you. Andrew said, yeah, put the Axis Y collagen all over my eyes. Dog Lady estheticians in the USA have to be licensed in the state they're working to practice, usually a 10-month course. Okay, so that is, yeah, that is quite good to know. So thank you so, so much. Skelka, great to see you, my love. Hope all is wonderful with you. All car watching 2 times. Rob's laugh is always the best at 2 speed. Oh my god. Demonic at 2 speed, I imagine. Love it, love it, love it, love it. There are also estheticians in Canada. I did not know that. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. So, licensed skincare professional specialising in cosmetic non-medical treatments. I guess in the UK we would say like beautician, facialist, something like that would be our equivalent. No, it's not the same, but we would say similar. And it said it's 10 months and 20k to train. That's a lot. Honey Gaga says, since I started watching news, madaboutskin copper peptides growth factors serum, my skin is glowing. Yay! We love to hear that. Thank you so, so much, my love. That makes me so happy to hear. We love it. Modern Muse says, Rob, thank you for always answering my questions. Really want to try your copper peptide. Please let us know ASAP when it's available. You are very welcome. So the standard copper peptide is currently in stock and it is available. The advanced one with growth factors should be available in November. Very, very excited as well. Buzzing Babe says, hi Rob, don't see you trying any French skincare in your videos. I'm not the biggest fan of French pharmacy brands. I think some of them are, the ones that we can get here in the UK are not the best ones. SVR is great. I think this is a French brand. Yeah, SVR, one of my favourite brands. That's French. Love them. In fact, I love all their products. This is my favourite French pharmacy brand. Not a big fan of like the La Roche-Posay. I'm not a big fan of, you know, some of the big name ones. I think the smaller French pharmacy brands are the better ones. Yeah, I would definitely recommend SVR though. They are my actual favourite French brand for sure, and I will try more. Michelle says, just order from you. Totally feel inspired by I'm 60. I feel like it's not too late to start. It is not too late to start. It's never too late to start on a skincare routine. And that is honestly the biggest compliment I think I could get. If someone says they feel inspired by the content, by the products, honestly, that genuinely means the world to me. So thank you so, so much. Yeah, that genuinely means so, so much to me. Let's have a look. Amy says, yeah, Mrs. Bezos kind of gives me the ick. Yeah, kind of just me. I tell you what it is, without wanting to be horrible. And I don't know her personally. Let's see. I don't want to be negative because I don't know her. I get the impression that people that give me the ick are people that aren't true to themselves and that are like cosplaying themselves. I find that to be my biggest ick. I don't believe when she's wearing all the designer stuff, and the reason she never looks comfortable in anything she's wearing is because she naturally wouldn't wear that. She's wearing it because it's designer, not because she actually likes it or thinks it suits her, and that's why I never feel she looks comfortable. And the same thing is Gwen Stefani. Like, I've always felt really uneasy with Gwen Stefani, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Then I realised it's because she's always cosplaying somebody else. Or like cosplaying herself. Like when she went through her like Harajuku era, and then she was like her rebel era, and then and now I saw an advert for her the other day, and she's sponsored by a Bible app, and she's now like doing the trad wife kind of thing. I'm like, what is all of that? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we? All over the place. She's always giving me the ick because I've never thought I don't think she has a clue who Gwen Stefani is, and she's always like cosplaying who she is, and not like in a exciting way, like, Lady Gaga or Madonna go through different eras and they know who they are, but they're playing a character for that era or whatever. Not like that. It's just genuinely, I don't think these people know who they are. And that kind of gives me the ick. And maybe it shouldn't give me the ick, because maybe I should feel a bit sorry for them. But yeah, and that's what I get from that Lauren Sanchez Bezos. I don't think she has a clue who she is. And so when she's wearing the designer clothes, which clearly just don't... She's wearing what she thinks she should be wearing, not what she feels comfortable in, and you can tell. And she's not comfortable in her skin. That's what I think gives me the ick. There's lots of other things about her that give me the ick, but that's the main one. Yeah. So honestly, if brands stop paying content creators, maybe we'll go back to honest opinions. I would love that. I would love that. Honest opinion is why we're all here. Thank you, Rob. You are very welcome. Don't do sponsorship. I don't have to declare anything. Don't do it. It's easier. It makes my life is easier. Like, I don't need to worry about it. It's honestly easier. As a content creator, it's easier to not do them, I think, at this point. How would you compare Medicate New Cleanser to Allies of Skin Silk Amino Cleanser? Which is more hydrating? Oh, good question. I'd say that the Medicate one is more hydrating, but the Allies of Skin one feels more luxurious. So if you want luxurious, go Allies of Skin. If you want pure hydration, go Medicate. Angela says, stop watching Pampered Wolf on YouTube because she's always sponsored. I haven't seen Pampered Wolf for ages. She's actually from the same area that I am in the UK. Well, originally, not now, but originally. I haven't seen her content for ages. Let me have a look. I actually genuinely haven't. Let's see. I did used to love her. Let me have a look. But she's literally from the same area that I grew up in, so yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, quite a lot of sponsorship. I don't know, a lot. People have to pay the bills somehow. I just don't do sponsorship because I don't like watching sponsored content. I think that's my problem. Because I don't like watching sponsored content, I think it'd be quite hypocritical of me to then do it. Do you know what I mean? Sandra says, same Angela, I stopped watching it for that reason. I think it's a shame when people... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sponsorship, I must admit. See where we are. You're welcome, Krista. You're welcome. Maury says, I use Elemis Moisturiser. What do you think? I haven't tried it in years. It's quite a good moisturiser, as I remember. I haven't tried it in years. Amy has regained her crown. She is the official sheriff of today. Krista says, exosomes. Haven't purchased yet. Want to know what you think. I think they're good at getting the product into the skin more effectively. I don't think you need to spend a lot of money. So I've been using this one. This is the Dermalogica Phyto Nature Exosomes. I've been using this. Does it work? Yes. Is it £80? Yes. I don't think it's worth it. So exosomes I think are fine, but I think if you're already getting the results you want from your routine, I don't think you need to have them, if that makes sense. Josie says, hi Rob, have you taken a look at the Boots Ingredients Peptide Serum? It's like a £5. It is. It's basic, but for a £5, honestly, not bad product. I think as a starter peptide, one of the best on the market. And for £5, can't beat it. There are more advanced peptides out there, but for £5, we love that. Suzanne says, I have both at home. Kid and older parents. Recipe for disaster. Oh, Suzanne, do you need me to come over and help? Do you need me? I'll come. I'll set off now. I'll come and help. Modern Muse, thank you so much for your order. Really, really appreciate it. And says, big love to all the caregivers, caretakers, and loved ones. Yeah, it is a full-time job, and I think it's an underappreciated, it's an unpaid full-time job as well, which I think people don't always appreciate. When I grew out of my pants during summer, my mum sewed tassels to the bottom to extend them. They were bell bottoms. It kind of worked. You know what, Suzanne, I may be resorting to that. That might get me out of the hole, because I'm likely to be sending my kid to school in pedal pushers and a crop top, because nothing is going to fit. So we better just hope that in the next week that becomes the fashion, and then I'm fine. Senki says, what's your best-selling product and why do you think it is? So the two best-selling, so for the longest time, the best-selling product was the Copper Peptide Serum. Well, originally, it was the Multi-Active Super Serum. And the way that sales of the brand have gone, so the Multi-Active Super Serum used to be streets ahead of every other product in terms of what it sold. it's recently plateaued. So its sales haven't gone down, it's just not grown where all the other products have grown. And I think it's because a lot of people were using this for the azelaic acid. We now have this, which has a higher percentage of azelaic acid in. So I think some people still stick to this, others have transitioned onto this. So the sales of the multi-active super serum have remained the same, but they've not grown at the same rate as the other products. The peptide serum went absolutely crazy about a year ago and was selling 3 or 4 times more than any other product in the collection. But recently, the biggest rate of growth has been with the dark spot serum, which is now, as of this month, the best seller. Why? I mean, I'd like to think it's because it is genuinely unique. There isn't anything else on the market that has this blend of actives for hyperpigmentation, and it's affordable. So I think those are the 2 driving factors. People think at that price they might as well try it. They try it, they get the results, and they keep buying it. That's why I hope it is. I think it's just a case of it's something different, and people always want to try something unique and different. And hopefully we see a lot of repeat customers. So clearly people are loving it once they've tried it. Interesting, the sunscreen sells so well in summer. Like, it's our best seller for the months of May, June, July and August. Then it sells very little December, January and February, which is a shame because you should wear sunscreen all year round. But that would be the best seller if it was consistent all year. Hopefully that answers the question. Not to brag, but it's 20 Celsius in Massachusetts, perfect for snuggling your cat. You're bragging. I wish that was the case here. I am very jealous. I might just have to move over. It does sound wonderful. Cut off shorts were all the rage, and my mum just cut the legs off. I could also do this. This is also option B. Andrew said the Boots Ingredients Firming Peptide Serum is £6. Peptide's in lower in the Inky, but Azurelin is about 3rd way down. It's a really good starter peptide. I would say to everyone, like, buy it as your starter peptide. Or if you're looking for an extra peptide to use in flooding, that would be a really cheap one to use. I love it. Karen says, always want a cup of tea when I watch your lives. Doesn't Betty's Tea also produce Yorkshire tea? Yes. The Yorkshire teas, they're slightly more affordable. I mean, none of them are super expensive, but Betty's Tea is like their premium. Yorkshire teas, they're like premium. Both are great. The Betty's brand, I think, is slightly better. I love Yorkshire tea though. Skelka says, my youngest is 16, so it's nice to be out of that growth phase. But it's so good, isn't it? I can't wait for the days. Josie says, and I care for my partner, so high five to all the carers. Absolutely. Props to everyone out there that's caring for someone. Amy says, sounds like Amy's winning the day. I think you are. I mean, you've held the crown the longest for sure, my love. I am impressed. Angela says, anyone use a brand called Costa Baja? I have heard, I've tried, but I haven't got like consistent application with them. So anyone who has, I would love to know. Caroline says, thanks for the ingredients list interpretation. You are very, very welcome, my love. Very welcome. Caroline says, what was the Frankly product you loved? I love all their products, but my favourite is the Closer Pore Refining Serum. It's actually a great all-round peptide serum, but it's great for shrinking your pores. I use this on the nose. Honestly, so good. Really inexpensive too, which I love. Has anyone tried the Experiment Super Saturated Serum? I haven't, but I will make a note and I will check it out. I will check that out. Sharice says, welcome back, thank you. You look fabulous even with the zip. It's part of the family now. It's part of the family. Let's have a look. Do you know if actives expire? Every product will have an expiry date. It will depend on what the actives are and the base formulation, the preservatives, as to when it expires. So I would usually say reach out to the brand and they should be able to tell you for sure. But yes, they will expire. They become less effective, in effect. See, Skunk says, if you align yourself with unethical zillionaires, you're making a political statement. That is true. Then the founder expressed himself as another. I think Allies has been disingenuous. I agree. I agree. I think if you're going to be non-political, you need to make sure you're not aligning yourself with political people. So Amy says, Karen, but you know what? I'm going to look it up now. Yes, I need to definitely check that one out. Sharon says, me too. I'll not let me order with PayPal. Right, I am fixing it. So after this live, you will be able to order with PayPal. I am fixing it now. I need to provide some information for some extra due diligence, which is fine. I will do that now. I completely missed that. Modern Mew says, just place an order and it charged in pounds, not dollars. Does it matter? It doesn't matter because we're UK based. We do have to bill in pounds, but the dollar, the currency converter will give you the dollar amount you're paying. So that's what you will actually be paying, but it does have to be billed in pounds. Sis is actually trying to solve the problem ASAP. Could a guy Rob? I mean, I'm going to try and sort that. I know what the problem is. I just need to find all the information to solve it. Let's see. Lynn said, late to the chat, but good to be here. Love TK Maxx for Korean bargains. I love it. Mary and May, they always have Mary and May in there, which I absolutely love. Silly Me, thank you so much for your order. We love you. Angela said, just got my eye on the Frankly Seeker toner. Supposed to be good. I haven't tried that one, so if you do try it, let me know, because I would love to give it a go. Skelka said, I almost forgot I purchased the Peach and Lily Zombie Cream. Oh, I'm interested. Let me know. I am interested in what that's like. Nicella says, still missing the red tote, much to my chagrin. I have one. I have it. I'll sort it out. Email me. I'll sort it out, my love. I will sort that out. Got the Jabalba spray after your TikTok recommendation, but unsure when I should be using it. After what step in my routine? I would generally use it just before moisturiser, or you can use it after you moisturise, either or. But towards the end, around your moisturiser, my love. Tom says, wow, the live stream is still going on. I've really missed being here with everyone. Had a moment of calm. Thought I would just pop back in. Tom, we were just waiting for your grand arrival. No, I'm so far behind the comments, Tom. You weren't keeping me in check. You weren't here to keep me in check with the top comments, Tom. We're glad that you're here, my love. Judine says, just placed another order. Anxious to wait the order. May I please get a free order? Yes, of course you can. Of course you can, my love. Skull, Rob, what sunscreen did you take on vacation? I actually only took my own, and that's not me bragging with me being like, I only use my own, but I actually just ran out of time to buy it, so I had mine on hand, so I put like 10 bottles in the suitcase, and we got through it all. Used it on the body, used it on the face, zero problems. I did buy, when I was out there, because I forgot to take it one day, I did buy like a spray from a brand, Spanish brand, I can't remember the name of it. That was actually quite good. I'll find the name, I can't remember. We did get a spray. It was fine. I don't like spray sunscreens, but it was actually quite a good one. Let's see. Let's have a look and see. Let's see. Pandorable said, what big's it? If I lean in closer, I covered it with concealer. I think it was a mistake. I think sometimes when you've got a zit, you're better to just leave it and own it. I think if you cover it, it kind of makes it look like a volcano that's about to erupt. I don't know. It'll be gone in a few days. It's all good. Angela said the madaboutskin balm is lovely and it lasts for ages. Thank you, Angela. Oh, Tom says, I forgot about the madaboutskin when I packed quickly to rush into my parents. My skin is missing it. We miss it. It's missing you too, Tom. It's missing you too. Pandorable said, the older I get, the drier the skin around my eyes gets. And eye cream is now non-negotiable. I agree. I didn't really need one a few years ago. Now, need it. Lynn said, ordered the madaboutskin rescue balm last live stream and it's fabulous. Grey on the eyes and knees before self-tanning. Oh, love that. Well, I'll recommend that to people. Thank you, my love. Pandorable said, thank you. It's a lot of cosmetically elegant, affordable Asian options there. Korean sunscreen, Korean eye creams, stunning. Vital says, you totally inspired me to start my own channel. I'd love to see you do a video when you start your social media skincare. I will check out your channel. Thank you so much, my love. And I would happily do like a day in the life. If people would want to see that, I would happily film it. Oh, Tom, just let me know what products you're out of and I will send them to you. You know that. Just let me know which ones you're out of and I will send them to you straight off, my love. You need it. It can be my gift to you as for a little TLC. A little TLC. Where we are, Ames Rose says, totally not sponsored. The madaboutskin velvet cleanser is lovely. It doesn't get enough hype. I have combo oily skin. It's enough. It's low foam, creamy texture. Leaves my skin soft but never greasy. Thank you so much. I need to sponsor you. I need you. You could be the spokesperson. We love that. I've returned to numbers in these days. Number 5 in the morning, number 9 in the evening. I do love both of those. Let's see. Yeah, I used to be oily in the T-zone, now I'm dry as you know, and the oily lids, yeah, same. They don't tell you this as you get older. You don't get universally dry. I'm dry here, I'm greasy on the eyelid, and I'm greasy on this chin area. What is that about? Scott says, Gwen lacks self-awareness. I don't think she knows who she is. I think that's a shame. I genuinely just think... Ames Ray says, Scott had the #1 crown for half a second, stole it back. Oh, and now Amy's got it. It's Battle Royale. Amy said... like Lady Gaga's meat dress. I mean, it was a look. Oh, I wouldn't want to sit next to her in that hot auditorium, though. Pandorable says the Cosrx 6 toner controls my oil wear. I use the SVR toner when I'm really oily. That just takes it all away. So good. Let's see. Amy says, I need to head out. Bye. Have a great day. Amy, you ended in #1 position. You ended in #1, which we love. We love you. And thank you so much for your help. What do I think of the new Remedy products, copper and the hydrating serums? I really like them. My one complaint would be I don't know why they've decided to put them in exact same bottles. Branding. If I was branding for Remedy, why would you have your 2 new launches in basically the same colour? Makes no sense. Copper peptides in a blue bottle, that makes sense. This should be in a different colour bottle. But I like both of them. I actually think this is one of the best plumping and hydrating serums I've ever come across. The copper peptides is fairly standard. I won't say it's groundbreaking. It's just fairly standard copper peptide. It's nice to have something at this price point. I think this is where it's at. If I was going to choose between the two, I think the hydrating one is the better of the two. Tom, we're missing you already. We love you. Aileen would like to try the vitamin C by Sam Bunting. I can do that, Aileen. I'll leave that one with me. So Pandorable says, I slap the dark spot corrector in my body lotion to get double the boost. We love that. I do the same. I actually do the same. Definitely would recommend. How long is the summer promotion going to last? Reve, for this weekend. It'll be until the end of this weekend. Pandorable said, already I like the Remedy for dry lips, which recently started to smell odd. Oh, I haven't tried it in ages, to be fair. Rachel said, watch all your videos, never caught you on live. Do you do them regularly? Every Saturday, 6 PM UK time. Yes, we'd love to see you on a live, Rachel. So glad you could catch this one. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I've lost where I am in the chat, but this is the first time. Pandorable says, Kelly Driscoll gave the Remedy copper peptide serum a good review. I think it's a good copper peptide. Nothing too groundbreaking, but I think it's good. I think it's definitely good. E828K said, I didn't realise you were back today. This is exciting. Thank you, my love. Welcome. I use tretinoin so I don't go out in my way finding products with retinoids. Bet there's good stuff though. This is true. I think the one thing about the dark spot serum by Remedy is it has a retinoid in it, which I think is a shame. I think if they took the retinoid out, more people would be able to use it. Nicello says, I think the Costa Baja has a very actives forward brand. I agree. And they sort of dupe some of the higher end products. On the upside, the formulas are fragrance free and good. The price point is great. I think they are very actives forward, which I don't mind. I personally don't mind, but yeah, I think that is a very fair assessment. They do pile on the high strength actives though, so if you're somebody that has sensitive skin, it might not be the brand for you. Pandora says it's now in stores, not just TikTok shop. I need to check that out. Yeah, I really like the hydroquinone product, but it's intense. It is. Also, I don't know how they get away with selling hydroquinone when it's so heavily controlled. I don't know how they get away with that personally, but it is a good option for people that want hydroquinone. Krista says, love Costa Baja during and after micro needling. Ames Rose says, would love a video for the warehouse. This is coming up. I am sorting this. Now it's cooled down. I can do this. Do I like any of the Mixed Soon products? I do. I actually really like their bean essence. I know it's their most popular, so maybe it's an easy answer. But to me, I think it's the best. Tanya, great to see you, my love, says, just have to share that the madaboutskin skin sunscreen has been my holy grail since it launched this summer. Introduced 3 of my co-workers to it and they absolutely love it too. Thank you so much. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Late to the party, but if possible, please tell me if rosacea could be considered hyperpigmentation. It's not, it's different, but often rosacea can hyperpigment, so you might end up with elements of both, which is frustrating, I know, but so no, but it can lead to hyperpigmentation, if that makes sense. You can often treat it in the same way. Azelaic acid, for example, deals with both. So actives, there is some crossover, if that makes sense. What's the promotion? So, I'm at the end of the questions. I can't believe I managed that. So, yeah. Should you say, I've just come back from my holidays. I was very lucky to come back to a world full of PR that was sent to me very kindly by brands. But I've got lots of dupes, doubles, things that I'm not going to get through, so I don't want anything to go to waste. So my way of giving back is if you place an order during today's live stream or on replay, if you're watching on replay, it still counts. Use the code SUMMER, capital letters, all one word, SUMMER. You'll get 30% off all products that aren't in bundles, so single products, not bundles. You get 30% off, and if you would like a free PR gift, something to try, then just email the contact us section of the website. So go into the contact us section of the website, just send an email with your order number, say I'd like some free PR, and I will pick something lovely to include in your order as my way of saying thank you to you guys. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, that's the order. It will be, if you're watching on replay, it's still valid. You will just need to email in with your order number to request your free PR gift. Hopefully that makes it super simple, hopefully. Yeah. Does that make sense? If anyone's got any questions, let me know. Right, let's see. Right, Bean Essence Pandorable says is great. Can you explain your dark spot serum, please? I have hyperpigmentation, so I'd like to try it. Yes, I'm at the end of the comments now, so if you haven't already, if you could minimise the chat, hop over to that like button and give it a gentle caress. I know we went for 2.5 hours, which is almost a record for these Saturday live streams, but I'm going to... Lorne, my puppy, is going... Well, he's not a puppy now, he's a middle-aged dog, but he's going to say hi to you in a minute, so hold fire for that. But yeah, quick update on the dark spot serum. So this contains azelaic acid in a 10% concentration, tranexamic acid in a 3% concentration, and alpha-arbutin in a 1% concentration. Those three work together to minimize hyperpigmentation from forming, but also help to eradicate any hyperpigmentation that has already emerged in the skin. So it works in two specific ways. It is gentle enough that you can use it twice a day, every single day, which is what I would recommend. And it's in a beautiful emulsion, so it's not thick, it's not heavy, it just glides onto the skin. You can use it on the face, the neck, the back of the hands, wherever you have hyperpigmentation. I would use it all over the face. I wouldn't spot treat with it, but you can do if that's your preference. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you've got any more questions. Right, I am just going to say, Lorne's going to say bye to everyone before we... Lorne, do you want to say goodbye? Yes, show everyone your new haircut. So Lorne the long-haired Dachshund is now Lorne the slightly shorter-haired Dachshund. Hello, oh hello. Are you going to say... You were fast asleep then, weren't you? You were fast asleep. I know. I am sorry. I am sorry. But everybody wanted to say hi. Look, everyone's been in nice. Everyone's being nice. You were you are very sleepy. We've woken him up. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, love. I know. Shall I put you back in your bed? I know. I know. I think he might be tired. Oh, yes. Pandora says, wish we could see the kittens. Oh, I don't even know where they are. I have no idea where they are. Lorne is always glued to my side, so I can always guarantee I'll know where he is. Oh, you're getting lots of love. You're getting lots of love. See, grumbly but cute. That's how I would sum him up, Angela. That's how I would sum it up. Hello. Right, should we go see if we can find a kitty? Let me go see if I can find... Leo Cat might be around. Bear with. He was very, very sleepy. This is my cat, Leo. Oh. You going to say hi, Leo? You going to say hi? Oh. You've just woken up, haven't you? You've just woken up. Yeah. Yeah, so this is Leo. He is a Singaporer, which is the national cat of Singapore, for anyone watching from Singapore. He is an absolute beaut. He is very, very cute. But he's a very people cat. So the breed is known for being very people driven. So if you want a cat that is glued to you every second of the day, he purrs on my lap the whole way through filming. You're a people cat, aren't you? Yeah. He's very lucky. He's got a very handsome face. You never want to show, do you? Oh, climb. And he does like to climb, don't you? You do like to climb. You're a climber. You are a climber. Is he an indoor cat? He is. Yeah, he is. So he is him and his brother Master. They're not brothers. Two completely different breeds, but we got them at the same time. They're indoor cats. They probably could go out. We are blessed to have quite a large house that they can just mill around in, and they're quite happy. But they are indoor cats, because we used to live when they were younger, we lived by a main road, so they couldn't really be outdoor. And then obviously when I moved, it's just the same. So right, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody. You're gonna say goodbye. Yeah. Oh, you're falling asleep on me, Leo. Oh, you're falling asleep on me, cat. Right, I'm gonna go put him back because he is falling asleep on me. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah. Oh, he's falling asleep on me. Right. On that note, I think I better go and put the cat back to bed. Right. He does. You do. You've got your favourite people, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, you are actually falling asleep. Oh dear. Right, I'm gonna go put a cat to bed. So, love you all so much, guys. Thank you for being on another wonderful live stream. Love you. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.